Hi, everybody. It's
Hello.
me, Maya, with Gerald from Tarot Stash. I
Hello.
promised you. So,
Yes.
hi.
Hi.
I'm so glad to have you on, and I'm glad that you did send me an email and contact me because I meant and was meaning to contact you and also Ben. I need to ask him on. There's so many
Hmm.
people. I'm going to have Katie Moonchild on. That so it was we were just discussing that and I just went, oh, we've got to go live. And but I'm so glad you're here and welcome to
Thank
the
you.
kitty
I'm
cat
glad to be
corner.
here. Yay.
Yes. And I put up
Yay.
my North Beach welcoming
The
backdrop.
nice hotel.
Yes.
935.
It's a famous building.
Yes. I can't place where.
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco? Yes,
Yes.
I think I've walked past it.
I'm just down the coast from San Francisco. I'm about 15 or 20 minutes south, just
Nice.
outside of it. Yeah, just outside of Crazy Town. But when you want some crazy, it's a good place. It needs to get tidied up. It really does. I'm not gonna
Yes.
lie. It's got it,
Hmm.
but it used to be such a great town, and it will be again. I know cycles come and go, but
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I
But
still love it.
yes. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, happy Mother's Day to thank you, and to all the mothers out there, all you mothers, happy
Hmm.
happy
Yep.
Mother's Day. And that includes, of course, Mother Earth, the ultimate mother.
Yes. Because without her, we would not exist.
Darn right. Darn right.
So,
So, oh, let's see. We've got IT guy and we have Ron. Hello. And P44 Chippo says hello. Let's see. Hi, Gerald. Ron says. Shield Maiden, Divine Feminine Wisdom. Hi, Maya Tarot Stash.
hey,
And let's see, they're starting to come in. Aw,
yay.
thank you. Hi, Maya. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Happy Mother's Day to you and all mothers. Yeah, I'm doing quite well today. Thank you. Yeah, I was able to
Mm, she's
get my
sipping.
sleep. Oh, yeah. I need more of the coffee. You
Hmm.
guys, I'm not even really awake. I'm just kind of on autopilot right now. It doesn't matter what time until this cup has been completed. And even then, it's iffy.
And how do you take your coffee?
Well, I do like it a bit sweet, and I have to have a bit of cream, and I like it
Okay.
strong. I
Hmm.
do. I want something like I always look for like, okay, where's the darkest rose? Where's the thing that's gonna
Hmm.
but I like all
Yes.
kinds, but I know for general waking me up, kind of getting me to come around to the earth, it's good grounding. I like the stronger, the
Hmm.
better, frankly. But it has to be a nice blend, obviously. And
Sure.
I
Sure.
try all different kinds.
That's good. Keep your options open because if you don't, and
That's
I mean,
boring.
seriously, if you limit yourself and there is let's get deep and philosophical. Hi, it's Gerald. But I think there is a
You're in the right
time,
place.
yeah, I think there's a need for repetition and
Mm-hmm.
keeping the same thing because then our bodies know that and sort of, we can go on autopilot,
Right.
and then when we have to make decisions, then we still have that brain power left for decision making. So there you go.
Absolutely. I
Yes.
hear you. Oh, let's just see here. We got some more. Hello, May. Okay, Jake, we're gonna be chit chatty, but I will star your questions, and we'll get to those a little later. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Linda. Hello, beautiful Maya. Hi, handsome Gerald. Happy Mother's Day. Thank
Aw.
you. And Mandy. Everybody saying hello. Hello. Hello, Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. Hello, Heather. And y'all, just let's see here. Always had some problems with my mom, but I dropped off some flowers and a card for her this morning. She seemed happy with me for a chit. Good for you. That
Very
you got to
nice.
we got to put aside and kind of be forgiving because everybody's doing the best they can with where they're at. and that includes ourselves. So
And
sometimes,
and and we really don't know what is
mm-mm,
going on for somebody else. And I think it's a huge gift to be able to give someone the space to do what they need to do without me talking over them, and just sit with them and listen. So it's
absolutely.
really very important. So Jake, that's nice.
It
That's very
is.
nice.
And I'm going to tell you, your mother was probably surprised, and that you don't know how much that is going to mean to her. Uh, but
Right.
it meant a lot. So
Hmm.
good on you. Good on you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Just trying to. Yeah. So he's asking. Ron's asking how I am after 4 hours of a live last night. Well, I'm amazed that I am upright and able to speak and ready to read again.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, so that's why I do need a bit more caffeine. But I'm doing pretty good. I slept in. I slept in. That's why, like, if I arrange anything, it's never going to be early morning. I can tell you that right now. Ever,
Yes.
ever,
Hmm.
never. Unless it's like 3 a.m. because I'm literally like a vampire.
You're still up.
Unfortunately, I'm
Hmm.
often trying not to be, but I've been that way since I was a kid. Just
Hmm.
kind of like chronic insomniac, and this
Sure.
caffeine doesn't mean jack. Let me tell you, I can power right through anesthesia. Doctors are like, "What?" I'm like, "I want to know how it went." And they're like, "You're not supposed to be awake." Well, I am.
There you go. Well, you're exceptional in many ways, aren't you? It's finally time that people start realizing that. Hello.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially for me. It's time for me to realize that. It's been a long time for me to realize that and feel like I wasn't being vain or weird. And it's like, no, actually, it's being weird that you think it would be vain to think that you're okay, acceptable, all
Hmm.
right, that you're enough.
And isn't that's an amazing thing where we all have to figure out in different phases in our lives what's special about me, and am I going to lean into that specialness
Mm-hmm.
and embrace it,
Right.
or am I going to hide it and I'm going to shield it? And by the way, sometimes it's necessary to shield things because
Yeah.
people don't understand. You don't understand it yet. But so long as we take a minute and you pay attention, I think that's really important. Yeah, like I said, deep philosophical moments with Gerald.
Oh, I love it.
Ugh.
No, that's what this
So,
Sunday is for. This is my chill day. So it's this is
hmm,
this is for just to let your hair down and just talk. And so
yes.
what you're doing is just perfect.
And by the way, before we're done, when was
Mhm.
the last time you had somebody do a reading for you?
Oh God. Maybe a year ago.
Okay. I would be very happy and honored and privileged to do a reading for you if you would like, either on camera or off camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just putting that out there.
I'll take it. I'll take you up on that. And for off camera, off camera.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah, y'all can't
definitely.
listen in. Ha ha ha.
Sorry, it's
It's it's
private.
it's private.
You
You
know.
know, no worries. Everything is private. It's privacy is a good thing, people.
My fan tool is a little bit tutty. Oh, the wrong end. But that's
Oh, that's
because
lovely. Holy
it,
mackerel.
it's well, it's you can't see it against here, but it's green and it's got some sequins, but it's due to the change of life
Mm-hmm.
where I feel like an oven.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it also does great. I got to fan my makeup when I'm, so it's like,
Right. Yes.
plus where I'm at, we don't have air conditioning. And on days that it gets more, more days now than not get unseasonably hot,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be wanting something like this.
Yeah. I don't have air conditioning in my house either, so I get that.
Where are
And
you? What area.
I am in Ohio. I'm in central Ohio.
Oh, yes. So you're going to have those hot, muggy summers like I knew in Missouri growing up.
Yes, and in the spring, we'll have 70-degree weather one day and then 20-degree weather the next day. It's
God, I
very
remember.
confusing.
I remember that. I just remember I was there till I was 17. Then I came out to California. So I've actually been here longer than I
Mm-hmm.
was where I was born, which is St. Joseph, Missouri. Excuse me. Little area, little town outside of
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City. But I just found, this area is just perfect for me. I would like it now. I do want to get a little bit inward from the coast, though, because it's a different kind of cold at the ocean. It's a cold that
Yes.
settles into your bones. I can't describe it, but all the tourists find out that come and think that this is going to be like San Diego. It's like, oh dear,
No, no, no.
no, no.
And you're right. It's a damp cold, and if it gets into your bones,
And it,
it takes it takes a couple of really hot days to get it out. Or at least, I've visited San Francisco a couple of times.
yep,
I know gay Mecca, just in
yes.
case you didn't know.
Oh, I
But
know.
but it's an unexpected cold, and you're
Yes,
right. It's
you
the
round a corner
hmm
in downtown San Francisco, and you just hit with this like freezing, like it goes through you, freaking cold
yes.
ocean air, and you're like, "Hello, ocean."
hmm
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And I went to my first gay pride parade when I was 17. One of my nurses took me. He took me with all his friends, and it was a blast. This was
hmm
1986
Oh,
and
nice.
87, and oh my god, we had fun. But anyway, don't get me started. That was fun. um
It was
that
fun.
it was. So I had people that taught me a lot, coming from this little cow town. And my friend, his name is Skip. um he taught me so much, and it was so cool, so cool. And at
I
one of
could
the
tell.
best nurses, he was one of the only nurses after I had this really bad surgery that could even touch me, and that
Mm.
I was in so much pain. um and like other nurses, and I'm quite affable, I am a good patient, but I was in so much pain, I guess, that the nurses were like scared to go in. And so Skip was the only one that, and I would just, my energy would just, he was so good with me. We were just, you know,
Yeah. I'm really feeling that. You have I'm feeling a lot of energy connection with you and going around you. A lot of power, and I think what Skip did that was probably most significant for you is he knew you were in pain,
mhm.
and he energetically wanted to help you release that pain.
It has to be. And he's Scorpio. So, like, empath up to the
I'm a
yin and yang.
Scorpio.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean. My husband's a
Yes,
Scorpio. My oldest is a Scorpio.
yes, yes. I,
Scorpios are often very dear in my heart.
yes. I don't know much about astrology. As far as I know, I am a Scorpio, Cancer, Cancer.
Oh, baby.
Well, see, and what's
But
funny
it's good.
is
No, it's good. But I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not. Don't. I'm just gonna just say
no,
I'm
yeah, go.
Virgo, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. But I thank goodness I've got also a Sagittarian midheaven. I think that, but
hmm
that Pisces double whammy, boy, that really
Yeah,
cannot is
yes,
that's. So when you just
yes.
said, "Oh, that water," I just empathized.
You get it. Well, and the person who read my chart for me the first time, she's like, "Oh my God, you're all water. How do you handle it?" And I'm like, "And what do you mean? Because this is how I am all of the time. What do you mean?" And she's like
Yeah,
going, "Oh my gosh, you're so emotional. You have so much insight. You can't express it. You have a hard time, doing this
it's
and that." And I'm
deep.
like going, "Yeah." And I'm like going, "You mean everybody else doesn't
Isn't like
feel
that?
this way?"
No, no, they don't. I know it's a shock. I
I'm
know.
like, "Whoa."
I found that out after several crappy boyfriends. No,
Hmm.
not everyone's great.
Yeah. So
There
anyhow,
you
it's like,
go.
wow, my goodness. My goodness.
We got a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, Linda Sandoval. The congestive heart failure flare up is kicking my butt this
Oh,
time. It's lasted quite a bit longer and I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. I don't blame you. I'll be
Linda,
sending you some
yeah.
Reiki."
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a family altar here and I've always got a candle lit.
Mm-hmm.
So lifting you up.
Yes.
My dad was a Scorpio. My dad was a Taurus, or is a Taurus, but
Mm-hmm.
he's really mellowed out. He's a pretty intense dude. I don't know what his chart is. I would love to read it. My cousin's sister is a Scorpio. Ah, yeah. Please remember to hit the like button. Yes. Subscribe to both Maya and Gerald. Yes, yes, and yes. And I've tried to put links like every bloody where. Okay. So if you want to know where Gerald's link is, it should be in the description box. It can also be found in the awesome
Like
sauce
and
there.
subscribe, people.
Thank you. Ding,
And
ding.
if they hit the like, it's free for them to let you know that you appreciate them, and it also lets YouTube know that you should
Need to
get
be
more things.
seen.
So yes,
Yeah, like, hey, everybody, this is interesting. Want to take a look? That's what it does, and
yes,
that's what we all need. So
mm-hmm.
it's meaningful. So please
It
do hit
really
that
is.
like button.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope
Oh yeah.
everyone's having a great Mother's Day. I didn't expect the flowers that I got. So when Jake said the story about giving his mother the flowers, I I know how I just felt. Now my kids are, they sometimes they're not so great, but they always try to do something for me at least. And it's like, because it's not about the money. And
Mm-hmm.
so I appreciate that. But the flowers, I was kind of thinking, I don't think I'll be getting any flowers today, and I'm making my
Aw.
coffee. And wasn't going to feel sorry for myself. It was just like a resignation. And it's like, it's all cool. I don't care. It's a great day. Da, da, da. And so, when you let go, wham, and it was funny because I'm a member of here's another thing, I'm a member of Find a Grape. Yes, I'm wearing a Morticia Adams shirt. I am like that. So it's a
Awesome.
great thank you. It
Mm-hmm.
is a great way to honor those that have passed on. And I go in there and I will sometimes transcribe stuff. Often there hasn't been as much to do, unfortunately, but also I will put flowers on various different virtual grave sites. And you can
Mm-hmm.
do this, for your relatives, your favorite singers, whatever. So I was putting all these pink roses, and my daughter comes in, my youngest, with these pink roses. And I was just thinking how much those pink roses appealed to me when I was doing this virtually. And so that was another, like, it hit me like a good smack upside the head. It was one of those psychic, like,
Yes.
oh, thank you, universe.
Well, and thank you for paying attention to it. I am a firm believer the universe provides us lots of hints, and it's up to us to pay attention to them.
Yes, it absolutely is. And I struggle with that still because there's a part of me, it's like I like, that's that two different directions thing going on. And I
Yes.
got it in my moon and my doggone rising. And so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm arguing with myself. And
Yes.
and then the
Yes.
Virgo's got to come in and go, all right, break it up.
The Virgo, I can imagine that. I can see that. All right, you two, break it up.
Mm-hmm.
Separate, and my Jeffrey is a Virgo, so
Oh my goodness. So your spouse And my spouse pattern, we're all Virgo Scorpios.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. It's so funny.
It works out well.
It,
It works out well.
I don't know how he tolerates me. I got to tell you, I'm not easy to live with. I'm really not. I'm nice and everything, but you know,
Do you want me to tell you what I think?
hmm.
You have these moments of clarity and truth, and you're able to articulate them in a way that he feels that authenticity, and he values that. That's that beautiful connection the two of you have, and you found each other right when
Mhm.
you both needed each other. And it's not a I'm lifting you up, it's a we're lifting each other up.
Oh yeah, we've been
And it's
through it.
yeah, and that's beautiful. So my apologies, that just sort of came through, and it's like
No, don't
boom, just say it,
apologize.
just do it, do it, do it, do it, do
That
it.
is what I'm going. See, this is what I was. I always do this. I start to say something and I meander off. Sorry, guys. You probably know that is part of my problem right now.
I
But
can meander.
I meander and I get lost, and then I rewatch some of it. I'm like, I didn't finish what I was. I'm sorry. But yes, I'm meandering again. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting what I was.
but I mean, but to go back to that, I think you also provide your husband those moments of clarity for him to be able to go, oh, okay, that's the missing piece. Because as a Scorpio, I'm trying to string things together, and
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey does this for me a lot. He'll go, well, have you thought about this? And I will immediately go, well, of course I've thought about that, and blah blah blah. And then I'll go, no, I haven't really thought about
Have
that.
you been listening in on my household?
And but there's a beauty in that. And I think for all of us, a big lesson for me over the last 10, 12 years has been when I'm wrong, I actually go, you know what? I didn't take time. And I actually have said, I'd like a do-over. Do you mind a do-over?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to supervise a lot of people before I retired, and I would say that to them. You know what? This didn't go as well as I wanted. Can we have a do-over? And first time I did this, the person was like, what do you mean a do-over? And I'm looking, I didn't do things in the best way, and I'd like an opportunity to make it right with you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
what does that mean?
awesome.
Yeah,
And you
it
know what?
means
That's
you listen to
brave.
me. It is. Vulnerability takes a lot of bravery.
It does. It really
Hmm.
does.
Yeah. Yes. So I think it's amazing. So there you go. I
That
was just
is
looking at I'm if you see me doing this, I'm looking at
looking at
chat.
the chat. Yeah, I was just doing that. I'm keeping one eye here, and then I got family here. So I'm just
Oh,
doing the
you have
same thing.
family there. Aw.
Yeah.
And they could bring you another cup of coffee if you asked.
Well, they better. My
They
youngest
probably
would.
won't make it right, but
My,
it'll
my
still be coffee.
youngest, and my oldest, they are coffee drinkers. My husband's English, so he just says and faults on. I don't know how to operate the machine. He's over there, and he's probably going. Her accent is horrible. He's ignoring me as usual.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No,
you heard it here
he,
first.
yeah, he does that. He's like, I don't hear you. I'm making my.
Yes.
That's part of the balance. But my
Yes.
girls will make me coffee. But I've got my coffee and I've got my Coca-Cola. This is my naughty treat. There is a naughty treat for today. And I have to say, I do enjoy, and I do wish I had it on the rocks with a squeeze of lime or lemon, but beggars won't be choosers, right?
There you go. And I'm an iced coffee drinker. I like my coffee over ice.
Oh, I like that too.
With a little whole milk or half and half. So I'm good that way. And I actually stopped drinking soda. I used to drink a lot of diet cola.
Oh no,
like
I don't.
2 liters.
Oh my
And it
goodness,
was,
no.
yeah. And
You must
so,
have been so thirsty though.
well, yeah,
But
but
you
that's
never
why I
quit.
kept drinking.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh
You know,
God.
that's
Oh.
why, I never stopped. But then I actually drink, it must have been maybe 12 years ago. I stopped drinking that and I drink 5 quarts of water a day.
Water. That's my main thing. I
Yes.
have to have it. I do, because like this is a
Hmm.
treat, because this is sugary. It's going to make me want my bottled water, and I will. That's my main
Yes.
go.
Yes. Yeah. And for me, I do that. I've heard that Eastern medicine idea. When you wake up, you need to drink water quickly,
Yeah.
because you're dehydrated.
It's true. I
So,
do that actually. I keep right now I'm going to be asking one of my family members that comes back out to grab me a bottle of water, because I always try to keep one by my side so that I don't deprive myself and think, well, I don't have it. No, I have it. Drink it.
you make it work. Yes.
And
Yes.
I could still drink more. I do still need to drink more water.
Hmm. And it took, and everybody asked, well, wow, that's a lot of, aren't you in the bathroom all the time? It took about
Mm-hmm.
4 months before my body decided, oh, this is the new normal. We
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do that. And within the first 2 hours of being awake, I've probably had 2.5 to 3 quarts of water, because that's what I need to jumpstart.
Yeah. Well, I
So,
know that, like, just from all my medical issues, where, if you want to make sure you're hydrated, because if they
mhm.
need to take blood, y'all,
Yep.
I'm a bad stick. My veins roll when they see anything sharp. Nope.
Hmm.
And they're, runs in the family. Unfortunately, my
Mm.
dad got the good veins. I didn't get them. So hydration, you always want to keep
Oh,
as hydrated
yes.
as you can. It's good for your
Yep.
skin, and you feel
Yes.
your brain will feel so much better. Your eyes,
Hmm.
everything.
Yes.
That's what I've noticed anyway. What I can say is, as I shift toward, because I never really I would enjoy soda. I mean, growing up in the Midwest, a lot of people, and I gotta say, the last time that I was there, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. So
Hmm.
it could be very different, but people tended to drink soda pop like water. And it was like,
Yes.
and I just never, for me, thank goodness, that was not a problem. But for a lot of people, you know, it isn't. It contributes to a lot of obesity, and I can say that for members in my family and stuff
Yes.
struggle with it, and especially the diet soda stuff. It's better for you just to drink a regular soda, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Seriously, and just make it a treat. Maybe once
Yes.
a couple of weeks if you really like. Woohoo! you know.
Exactly. Well, and my chiropractor that I was studying, oh, by the way, for entertainment purposes only. I'm not licensed to do anything
And I have
other
that
than
on our
drive in
banner.
the state of Ohio. So good, I don't have to worry about that. But
Yes.
his philosophy for me was, you should drink half of your body weight in ounces of water a day. So if you weigh 200 pounds,
Okay.
you need to drink 100 ounces of water a day. And
Okay.
if
I'm
you have
about a
something with,
hundred. I'm about a
okay,
hundred because I'm a little thing.
yeah.
Put me in your pocket. Small.
So,
Small but
and
fierce.
yeah, yeah, fierce ain't the word. We got to come up with a new word for you.
Thank you.
You know, but his comment was, if you drink something with caffeine, you need to drink that amount of water to bring you back to that level point.
Yes, because you're going to pee that out. I'm telling you, I know it because I learned that after having to learn how to calf. After I was in a car accident in
Mm,
1986. That's what brought me out to San Francisco. And my mom was just moving out here, but I was in a really bad accident and I became paraplegic.
mm-hmm.
So, part of what you get to learn is a whole lot of medical stuff, and
Oh
and
yeah.
and catheterizing yourself. You start to learn intake, and output, and you see
Mm-hmm.
that when you drink, because you we're able to see it more. because when you just sit on the toilet and you just go, you don't, not to be gross, y'all, but it's real. Um, you don't realize how much you're really sometimes going. But when you can
Mm-hmm.
see and you're measuring it, because in the hospital they measure everything,
Everything.
you find out, wow, that iced tea, that really made me go.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yes.
that espresso, that whatever, that
Yes.
coffee.
Yes. And I used to call it espresso because it would make me express myself a whole lot.
Oh,
Instead of
that's cute.
espresso, it was espresso. And I was like, good. I had a barista at one point correct me. And I'm like, no, I know. This makes me express myself.
Yes, it
It's
makes
like,
me
hello.
chate. It.
Yes.
I love it. I love that. I do. I love coffee. I love coffee. I love espresso. I love all of that. And I've got all the
Mhm.
little the French press. I've got the Italian. I haven't used the Italian one in a while. I should do that.
We do a French press here. And I recently in December learned how to make Cuban coffee,
Oh
which
my
is
god.
espresso over sweetened
Mm-hmm.
and with maybe a little bit of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, amazing.
Like a
Amazing.
dessert and a nice glass of water.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Because
yes.
that's
Oh,
sugar.
yes. Yeah. And what I want to know, and people can leave, can give us a message in the chat. How many of you have now had a glass of water or a cup of coffee because we've been talking?
Yeah. Well, Katie says that she used to have borderline kidney disease. And so
Mm,
she drinks at least a gallon of water a day.
wow.
And she lives in Arizona, so it's arid, and if you're in that kind of an environment, your body will absorb that water. You will not necessarily have a lot to express, you know,
Hmm.
in the heat. Jake is saying, "Oh, wait a minute." Because I don't drink coffee, this is Aiden Learns Tarot. He's a love. I used to drink chai tea. I just drank some Gatorade. Haha. I hope you're feeling better. He had or is
Yes.
having COVID.
Yep. I saw that. And yes, Aiden, by the way, smart Alec response. I'm still waiting for the email from you to invite me on your channel because he invites
Mm.
experts on. And my expertise is in snarkasm, which is sarcasm. Actually, it's scarcasm because it wounds you
Oh.
emotionally.
Ooh,
You heard it here
dragging.
first, people.
Yep. And
Come on.
Jake wants a
Yeah.
fan. He likes your fan.
Etsy, Jeffrey got it for me from Enlighten Clothing. So it's
There it
just
is.
great.
Oh my God, a
Yeah.
tarot fan.
Jeffrey was like, because I have a drag persona, a drag
Mm.
tarot persona,
I
tarot
love.
sachet, tarot
Oh my
sachet.
God, really?
Yes, and we should have Tarot Sachet come on sometime. She's not
Please.
available now
Okay.
because,
She's
but
busy.
we can schedule something else.
Please.
But Jeffrey was like, Tarot Sachet needs a tarot fan, and I'm like, going, well, yes.
It
So
is gorgeous too. That is a gorgeous one. It's a well-made one with the wood.
it is, yes, and it has to have a good thwarp.
Yep, it has to have a nice crack. This one, it finally does. This is just a little, but it has that little sound. I
Yes,
love the
but
sound of it.
yes,
That's the wrong
and
way.
you being you, you don't need a big sound because everybody's already paying attention, right, people?
I hope so.
Yes.
If I'm somehow entertaining, I do hope so.
I hope
But
so too.
yes. And make sure, again, if you're just coming in, make sure you put the thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to Gerald's channel, Tarot Stash, please, because there's
Thank
going to be a
you.
whole lot more fun coming on and going on. So
Mm.
we will be looking at some comments here. Oh, Jake says I could do drag as the high priestess. Oh, well, you just really confident. Okay, and wave that fan around on stage. I had to read it like that.
There you go. Of course. Of
I wanted to
course.
give you some oomph, because I felt like that's what you were saying.
No, of course. Of course.
That
Of
would,
course.
what? That would be awesome. We need more of
Hmm.
that. We need more of that. I want to see more of that in the world.
Yes. Yes.
Katie says that she always uses cinnamon and orange essential oil in her coffee. I love orange essential. I like orange blossom. It's one of my favorite scents. I'm always like,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I don't know that I could put it in my coffee yet. But I get the cinnamon because I have used that.
Yes. Yeah, I added cinnamon to the Cuban coffee, and cinnamon is a very nice warming thing. And when I've used it for magical purposes, it adds that element of fire and
Yes.
spices it up and makes things happen a little faster. So
Ooh.
it's very nice.
Well, I agree. I love it. We have a lot of it in our house, and some cinnamon you do have to be careful of because it's actually not the best for you to consume and can be dangerous. I forget, my husband just told me that there's two certain kinds because he uses it because he's like getting close to kind of a diabetic
Mm,
thing. So he's trying different
yes.
uses. And
Hmm.
I'm sure that Katie knows which one as well.
Yes. And yes, because cinnamon is good for uh, stabilizing blood sugar.
Hmm.
So I'm a diabetic, so I am aware of
Oh,
that. So yes.
my mom is, and so she's also having to be careful. And
Hmm.
they tend to utilize that. So that's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, this is funny. I stay so close to the bathroom. Yeah, tell me about it. You
Hmm.
know what? And this is a difficult thing now with COVID. If you get caught out there, it's not just like you can pop into sometimes places. You got to get creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no shame in that game.
Mm-mm. No.
So Katie says that she had renal
Wow.
failure. Good Lord. In 2010 and was in the ICU for 4 days.
Wow.
Holy moly. I would not have known that talking to you, any of that. She's like popping.
That's incredible.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing.
And here's your response
Good,
from
Aiden, because I'm booking in June too, so we're good.
right
I,
there.
I mean, I'm a fledgling channel, and I just have so much fun with having guests on and
I still
doing
feel like a
various stuff.
fledgling at 3 years. Really, it
So
still feels fledgling to me. It's because it's still a lot of work, but it's because I enjoy it. Trust
yes.
me. We put way more into it than we get compensated, quote unquote, for, but we get compensated in a different way. Otherwise, we wouldn't be coming back and
Well, it's just
bantering.
like this. This conversation is one of the reasons that I do it. I enjoy
Ditto.
that. And just earlier today, I was doing something that I call a deck casual, where we talk about. I have friends on, or not necessarily friends, but but these were friends.
Mhm.
That sounds horrible. Backtrack. I have people on and we talk about the same tarot deck. We talk about the cards that we like, the cards that we have questions about, and it's a very respectful exchange about these images and the use of the cards. So it's incredible. So, well, Heather, maybe you will. And speaking of Heather, you need to send me an email with that deck that you had mentioned. Was it the Heaven and Earth? Because
Uh-huh.
she wants to do a deck casual with that, and I've got that deck.
Ooh. And Linda
Thank you, Linda.
Sandoval, yep. Let's see here. I'm just trying to. Very entertaining tonight, Maya. Thank you. I try. I try. Damn it. I try.
Well, I think you're not just trying, you are today. Boom.
Oh,
Come on.
oh.
You are. There is no try, right? Isn't that a
That's
Yoda
right.
thing?
That's right. No, it's only fire. It's only fire.
Mm-hmm.
And JR is putting up that. Okay. Oh, yes, cinnamon is very Hispanic in your coffee.
Mm.
Yes. That's it.
It's
It's
true.
the Ceylon. It's the Ceylon
Yes.
cinnamon
Mm-hmm.
that you want to use. And
Mm-hmm.
it is good. And especially on a cold day, especially here, I use that at the coast because, like, the ocean is about 3 blocks away. And my bones are popping. So we often have like a foggy morning. Like right now, we got fog sun. It's what I call it because there's fog,
Oh,
but there's sun. And it's bright, but it's kind of like fighting it to come through. Well,
it's a
probably,
bright filter.
yeah, it is. But it can still make your bones hurt when you get up. So it's like, yeah, that cinnamon, I make use of that. And we have a
Mm.
large Hispanic population here too, so it is very common for to find that. And if you haven't tried it, do put it in your coffee. It's a
Mm.
little shake. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see here. I'm just looking through here. Oh, she says, I am learning so many new things about Gerald. Wow. That's what we're here
Uh-oh.
for. My sister informed me that empty ice cream tubs are perfect for emergencies. Take that as you want. Perfect for emergency. What to eat? No, no, it's
Oh,
empty.
no, I think to go to the bathroom,
Oh yeah,
perhaps.
yeah. You know what? Point taken. I'm also going to say a Ziploc bag.
There you go. You heard
You
it
don't
here
have this
first.
big boxy thing. You can empty it to the nearest toilet and then rinse it and put it in the recyclables.
Yes.
Old pro as well.
You've done this before, eh?
Oh my God. Most bathrooms are not accessible. It's a freaking nightmare. That's one of the reasons why it's sometimes challenging to go out and go to events. People invite you, hey, come on. You're like, yeah, but they don't understand that when you have a disability like this, you got to think about, am I going to be able to use the facilities and have a comfortable time just like everyone else? Or is this
Mm-hmm.
going to be an endurance test?
Yes.
And I've done the endurance tests too long. So now I'm very choosy. And old San Francisco doesn't have all the best
No.
setup. There's just certain places but I take note. Like I think the Warfield will be okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to find out. I mean, it's been a while. I'm going to go to a show May 18th, actually, 10 days. It's
Oh.
my youngest and I are going to go see. Uh, oh gosh, I'm blanking on it. Night. I'm dropping the name. I can't believe
Night
that brain fart.
Ranger.
No, oh no, no, no. This is it's God. Anyway, somebody will come up with it
We'll figure it
if
out.
they do. Yeah,
It'll
I
show up.
forgot it. I'll remember it immediately after
Of
I get
course.
off of here. That's probably that 4 hour fry.
Wow.
That was a fry. It was really a fry. And for Ron, I'm surprised that he's still awake. I peel and grind up a couple apples. Ooh, add cinnamon and microwave for a few minutes.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's good.
I bet that smells good.
Oh God, it would, and especially cinnamon. I think is good for pain. I think especially with anything where maybe inflammation, but I could be wrong about that. Look it up.
Mm.
You're 10 feet away from the toilet. Oh well, make sure the door's shut, love. Make sure that door's shut.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. If
Oh
you guys
my.
want to ask some more questions, you can go ahead and start. And I just want to ask Gerald, when did you start? So tell me your life story. When did you're a Scorpio, so like I know that probably by childhood you had spirits going, "Hey, Gerald, Gerald, are you in there?"
Well, I did. I really started. I started reading or paying attention to tarot about 25 years ago, but I've always had a very good intuition, a very good understanding of what wasn't said. My instincts were very good, and I would know things that people would not understand why I would know them or how. So, um, and that's just how I grew up. And so I am the youngest of 12 children.
Yes.
So
Yes.
speaking of Mother's Day, mom and dad stopped when they got it right.
And
Hmm.
my my husband comes from a large family, and there were 5 kids, but that 12 kids, now that my grandmother came, my grandmother came from a family of 11 children. Unfortunately,
Hmm.
one did pass, but that just tells you your mom, she, where's the all the awards, just give them to her. Just give
Well,
them to her.
my parents both had a very good sense of humor. And so I come by my sense of
No.
humor very honestly. Well, yes, they were very good at other things, at least 12 times.
Yeah, they
Uh, um,
succeeded.
but and so humor is something that I grew up with, and we used it appropriately to help relieve stress, to lighten the mood. And we were the family members who, at a funeral viewing, a wake, we would be in the back. Uh, no, a German Catholic family, Jake.
Ah,
So, but we would be in the back, and we would be sharing stories about the person and doing the things that you do at a wake.
yeah.
And then we would laugh hysterically because of the one time that Aunt so and so did that funny thing about that doohickey thingamabob. And then we would be crying because we would miss this person so much. And
Oh,
so it was really quite beautiful.
that
Um,
is.
yes, yes, very fortunate, and I get along with all of my siblings. So
That's
um,
really good. A lot,
yes,
unfortunately, when you find people that don't have that, it's really difficult, really
yes,
difficult. And a lot of people don't have the best, unfortunate relationships, especially with all of the world the way it is recently kind of gone cuckoo.
yes, yes. So
So,
yeah, and oh geez, what else do you want to know?
yeah.
Um, get
So
along with
what
them.
do
Yeah.
what was like one of your earliest experiences, let's see, that you can remember where you felt, did you ever see a spirit, or had a dream, or like a really more pronounced than a, like, the subtleties, and the hammer. So tell me about the hammer.
Yes. I actually remember I was, I believe, 5 or 6, and I was having dreams about being buried alive.
Mm.
And it was actually a past life memory that I was having.
Oh.
And it wasn't until, 20 some odd years later when I actually got some insight. But I distinctly remember that. And I had that for periodically 3 or 4 years. It would just
Oh.
show up. And once I figured out it was a past life experience, it, 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 I removed the control of it. So, and yeah, and so now I think that's been the most significant thing. And fortunately, my mother didn't discount it. She just made it okay for me to have that experience, and for me to cry about it, and to worry, and she was very reassuring. So,
Oh.
yes,
And
yes.
that's a mom. That's a true mama.
Yes, yes. Um, and it's probably been in the last 7 or 8 years where I would feel ancestors or spirit guides around me while I was reading for people, doing tarot readings, and I would make myself available for them to connect with me. So it's not clairaudience. It's just a feeling, and then
Knowing. Yeah.
yeah, and knowing, and then when it would take a little bit for us to get our vibrations to work together.
Mhm.
And then I would be able to describe things and articulate for that person. So I enjoy actually speaking to ancestors, spirit guides, guardians. That's been something that has been um, really um, it has strengthened my belief in my abilities. When I can say, "Are you familiar with this? There's somebody here. I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is, but they're like this, and they're saying this. Does that make any sense?" And they're looking at me, and it's like, "How do you know that?" And I'm like, "So you know this person? Please tell me yes or no so
Yeah, I
that I
need
can
some
tell them,
context.
yeah, I need some context. Please tell me yes or no, because if not, I'm going to tell them to leave and that they're
Right.
not welcome here." Because I like to think I'm pretty good at boundary setting for sometimes I've had people say, "Boy, you're a bit of an open channel. You need to watch that." And,
Yes, you
but
do
I
need to
know,
watch
yeah,
it.
I
I found out the
do.
hard way too
Oh, wow.
as a little
Oh,
kid. Yeah, I got
uh-huh.
jumped. We lived in a
Ooh,
haunted house.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a spirit did jump in. And it did
Mm-hmm.
say, it gave me this, it telepathically was like, come on, let me in, kind of a, and I just thought, oh, okay, because I was like 3.
Well, yeah, you
Uh,
wouldn't know any better.
it wasn't a good result. Scared the
No.
babysitter. She did not come back again.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, but, and then I learned through that whatever that was, it was not going to ever come my threshold ever, nothing.
Good.
So I've got a good boundary that way. And I rely
Uh-huh.
a lot on, just as you're saying, on my ancestors, on my spiritual mentors um, to
Mm-hmm.
help me to understand stuff. Because trust me, though I can be street smart, I have my limits. And
Of
I know
course.
for a fact, as you're just saying, that when they're telling me something and I've had, as you're saying, and then someone can confirm that, then I can go, yeah, that's them. It's I'm just a mouth,
Yes.
giving you the
Yes.
message.
Yes.
But it's
And
so
I've,
important that context for them to give us back that.
yes. Yeah. Without that context, I mean, it's like reading tarot cards. The 9 of Wands means this by itself, but you put it around 2 other cards and you understand something else. There's more to be aware of. And I know some pretty powerful individuals connected in different ways. And I try to be as open as possible for other people's paths. I have a
Mhm.
great deal of respect and a great deal of curiosity just because I like to understand. Not
Me
that I'm trying
too.
to discount. It's like, what
Oh
does this
no.
mean? Tell me about this. And boy, that is really exciting. And most of it is because I see the benefit that this belief has had for this person. And recently I had,
Ooh.
and tell me to stop. Recently I had an
No.
experience where I was reading for someone, and this being that I was channeling or whatever, being ridden,
Mhm.
wanted me to say some things, and I actually said no. If you want to tell this person, you need to do it. I am not conveying that message. And but of course, I have a guardian that works with me when I'm doing that. I've developed that over the time. So I have my gatekeeper, my
Right. It's
guardian, and
very good to use them.
yes, yes. And all you have to do is you have to ask, and then you have to appreciate. Oh, and don't forget to actually pay attention to what they're telling you and to do what they tell you.
And to
Um,
be grateful. Say thank you is
yes,
always
yes,
good
yes.
manners go a
Mhm.
long way.
Yes. And so what I found out that afterwards that my guardian knew this person's guardian, and what, because I actually set that boundary, there was a great deal of respect that was developed for my guardian and me because I set a boundary,
Mhm.
as well as her guardian and me, because I set a boundary and I stuck to it. And I was very much, I said, uh, no, end of conversation. Don't try anymore or we're done. And of course, my guardian is in the back there. It's like if he would be drinking something, he'd be going,
Mm-hmm. Like that.
try
Yeah.
it, try
I
it.
just knew it. I just knew it. That's why I just went,
Mm-hmm. It's like, don't play me. Don't play me.
like,
Not
yeah,
having it.
that'd be funny. Try.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, because yeah, and we've all had those moments where we make choices in our life. And I remember, ooh, I'm oversharing. I'm not oversharing.
No,
Screw it.
you're not. Not here. This is the Sunday is my chill day. So
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that I remember, I was in a very bad mood once in ninth grade, and I was pissing and moaning, and my art teacher looked at me and he's like going, just because you're in a bad mood doesn't mean the rest of us have to be in a bad mood. And that has actually I think about that a lot. And it's like, ooh, I got to be careful.
yeah,
And
self-aware that my mood oozes.
yes.
I've taught my kids that, as well. It's like, you know, you don't come in and just take a dump in the middle of the floor with your emotions. You have to own it responsibly and vent
Mm-hmm.
responsibly, and you will feel so much better if you do it that way.
Yes.
But it takes a moment, doesn't it? Because we're so used to like, oh my, you know.
And I am very grateful for that teacher, because something was said at the moment that I could actually hear it,
You
and
received it.
I received it. I incorporated it, and I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, Cancer, and believe it or not, anger is can be my best friend or my worst enemy,
Oh, I
and
believe it,
I work
sweetie.
on that. Yeah, yeah.
No.
I work on it. I work on it. So there is a reason that I choose what energy I put out there. Now,
Yes.
that being said, I'm not discounting that struggle or that anger.
Oh.
But what I'm doing with it is I am, okay, this is how I am. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be in that for a minute,
Yeah.
but I don't want to cause any collateral damage, because if
Yeah.
I get angry, it's going to take, it's a lot it's a lot
It's a mess.
messy. Yeah, it's a mess to clean up.
And it's so draining. Then you feel bad. Then you feel shame. No, just don't even do it. If you can just
Right.
pause, hit the pause button,
Mm-hmm.
and do like you said, give yourself a moment to be PO'd. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, yeah. Yes, I mean, and that's if I believe that if there's power in knowing something's name, and
yes,
years of therapy has taught me that
boy.
when anger isn't necessarily anger, it could be disappointment, it could be fear, it could be sadness, and you have to pause long enough. And we've all seen those great pictures out there on the internet, the circles within circles of emotions, because we may not know the words to express what we're feeling. And that's
Often.
not it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing.
That's right. And for
So,
a lot of times, because you just feel it. And then for me, it's like, okay, now I got to stop and realize what I'm feeling. I take a little time, I break it down a little bit,
mhm,
and I do try. And I've, also with my children, they have mental health issues, my family. So I've learned a great deal of patience, and for
mm,
you try, and I'm still working on, my issues with forgiveness is one of the things I'm releasing. And apparently, like I've said before, I've been releasing a lot of pent up anger that I couldn't release through my dreams. Apparently, I'm giving
mhm.
everyone the business.
Okay,
Yeah. And I know it's release. I know it's release. And I just told
sure.
my family, I said, don't wake me up. Just let me get it out, because this is what I'm doing. And eventually this too will go away.
Yes. And I think there's a beauty in mentoring those younger or those with different experience to be willing to articulate what we're doing. They may not understand it because, my parents, when they would argue, which wasn't a lot,
Hmm.
they would go away and they would come back and it would be fine. But I never saw how they worked it out.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
So yeah, and so when you're modeling, okay, right now I'm feeling angry and I'm going to go sit down for about 5 minutes and I'll come back when I am in a different headspace. And it
Right.
makes it okay to say I need a minute.
And that's what we've taught our kids, you know,
Beautiful.
because
Hashtag good parenting, people.
thank you.
You're
Because
welcome.
it's it's been really hard, really challenging, and you feel pretty alone until you meet so many other parents that you find have the same going through the same thing. So, just keep working because it does get better. It does. It does.
Mm,
I've seen changes, and I know through my tarot readings that I do in my family that we have we have a very good future ahead.
yes.
So,
Yes.
but right now, I like lots of us. We are going through this kind of like I liken it to a shedding of a snake skin, where we're like
Hmm.
renewing ourselves and recreating ourselves. And that's terribly exciting to me.
It's very exciting. It's also scary as heck
Yes.
because you never know what's coming and
Hmm.
you've got to let a lot of stuff go in order to make room for this new stuff that you believe is going to be wonderful and it ultimately is, but it's dealing with the unknown. Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
It's like,
I have just through one thing I can say through my experience with dealing with that, I just have developed a let go and let God. I've had to do it out of like, well, I'm going to have surgery. Hope I wake up.
mm,
I've nearly died a number of times
wow.
because of my own stupidity and lack of self care. You
Hmm.
run yourself ragged and then you learn the hard way, stupid. Take care of yourself, love yourself. Stop going to the hospital like a jackass. Don't like
Yeah.
it there. Why are you doing it to yourself? So yeah, that's been a real recent again lesson for me. It's like
Were you channeling Tarot Sachet with that? Because that's it
can't.
sounds something like she would say. It's like, girl, you don't like the hospital, then take care of yourself so you do not have to go to the hospital. Are we done? Thank you. Good night.
That's it. And it's so true. Yeah. That my last little stint was during the peak of COVID, with the peak COVID wave uh, in July in East Oakland in a nursing home that was practically catching on fire. It was so poorly run. And I had no TV, no nothing except for my phone, which I
Hmm.
was lucky to have because there was no phone in the room, none of that nice stuff. That was the only way I helped other my two elderly roommates that I ended up getting to know reach their families. They got taken in, and this will happen to you when you get older. So be careful of these places and sent into this system.
Hmm.
And they had no way to let their daughter or their family know. So I helped both of these ladies, and one of them she was in her 90s, and I know she's my guardian angel. That's Miss Gertie, and I helped them as much as I could, and we helped each other, and but there was so much I learned from them too. Even though that was a really dark experience, um, God, I came away from humbled by these women and honored.
And I want to draw attention to what you just did there. It was a horrible experience, or it was a horrible experience, and you got a benefit because you were able to help them and they helped you.
Oh yeah,
And it does not discount the horribleness of it and the pain.
yeah.
what it does is that it draws attention to this was really hard, and this was something that I got out of it. And plus, it also scared the crap out of you so that you're taking
Oh,
care of
it
yourself in a
did.
much better level.
Because I had to take a picture of the pressure sore that I had developed and that I
Hmm.
still have to watch out for, um, because the nurses couldn't, some of them couldn't find their butt with both hands, frankly. But,
Mm,
and some of them were excellent. So it's always that roll of the dice with who's on,
yes.
and so I ended up having to do it, and I saw the damage I was doing, and it was a deep, deep hole, and it scared the sugar out of me. And I thought, what am I doing to myself? What am I doing to myself?
Hmm.
You know, and I still have to be careful. So now I'm putting on the lotions and trying to, make sure I'm on this bed and getting up, and I'm trying to keep a balance. It's a
Yes.
challenge.
Yes. And I'm glad that you're aware that it's a challenge, because when you know it's a challenge, you're willing to, okay, I have to plan for it. There's no, there's things that you can't wing now because you need to.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You can't.
No.
Like, it's tough.
It
Wow.
is. It is. And that's it, learning the hard way over and over again is, like, can you love yourself now? Can you do that? And that's been really hard.
Hmm.
Oh my God. I didn't realize I had that much resistance, but it's been like, since that eclipse, it's been like such huge insights and like breaking down these doors. And another
Yes.
one, boom, and another one, boom. And it's like, it's a good thing I have pretty much an investment in Kleenex because, oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. Yes.
but
Wow.
it's been really good. So I don't know if any of you else out there have been going through that, but just know it's good. Lean into it.
Hmm. Lean into it as much as you can, and then maybe a touch more,
Yeah,
because
it's a.
it's that touch more that helps. Because what is it? Growth happens at the other end of fear or something. There's some great
I know
sayings about that, but
it's true. When you
hmm.
lean into your fear, you reclaim your power and you take
Hmm.
it away from the fear. At one time, I
Yes.
had this really neat dream, and I have one of my key ways that spirit likes, and it's all on their time. Trust. It's not, I am not anyone going, okay, you can come. No, it's all on their time.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't summon that. Um, what? Yeah, I can't. But
Yet.
yet, I think they're working with me.
Oh
But,
yeah, I know they are.
but what was I going to say? Shit, I did it again.
Working on their time. You
Working
can't.
on their time, definitely, in breaking down and connecting. And I know I've lost my train of thought because
And
I
I
just
I
felt
helped it.
them. It's okay. It's all right. But you know what I'm saying. It's opening up and being aware of that and letting it go. It's been a really cathartic let it go. So it's like
Yes.
forgive it. It's just like, can you give this person, and do you really, I've had to really dig deep, and I've thought, okay, I'm going to give everybody a clean slate because I do not want any holdups when I pop my clogs. I'm
Hmm.
done. This was hard as hell. Okay, going to tell you,
Yeah.
being paralyzed for over 30 some odd years at this point already, that's tough. I do not want to have to come back and play this game again. I'm not
Yes.
gonna. So I'm really working on releasing a lot of anger and pain.
Good for
It's
you.
important.
Good for you. That's a lot of hard work. It's a
Yeah.
lot of hard work. So, you know, no wonder you have to keep hydrated, lady. I mean, good Lord.
It's been
So,
really intense and just,
hmm.
but especially over the last couple of years. But it serves a purpose. I know because the dreams I had about COVID coming and the need for us all to wake up quote unquote.
Yes.
Oh, I know what I was saying. I was talking about dreams. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, dreaming is one of the main ways that spirit contacts me. They send me the dreams about what's going to happen. Wars,
Mm-hmm.
murders, souls that are lost, all kinds of stuff. Terrorism.
Uh-huh.
I've seen it, probably shouldn't say that word. But oh well. But
You get
I
your
get those.
insights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get these. And so I feel that God wants me to help in the way that I can. So that's why I like to do the true crime.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I will read on I know a lot of people worried about a third world war. Well, I'm telling you, it's already happening. But don't worry, we're not all going to be nuked to sky high. So just don't even trip.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a lot of people recently because Putin's chest pounding. That monkey's going to be dead. Telling you, you can take it to the bank.
Wow.
No, yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
I've been getting it
Yeah.
for years. I just had not a reader, I'm sorry, a viewer let me know that there was a reading I did about 2 years ago on him invading someplace again,
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine.
Mm. Wow.
And what I get from him is he's going to die and
Mm.
he will be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. So he's going to chest pound a lot and he's going to do horrible things. But trust and believe. Even if he does like a dirty bomb, something like that wouldn't surprise me. But a full nuke, no, he's not going to do a full nuke. He's scared out of his mind because this is his end. I've shown and seen with him getting his karma is coming. And when the
Mm.
universe shows me that in the devil card, I know that person's toast.
Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Now, do you easily remember these dreams, or did you
Yeah,
have to develop a sense of memory and
no.
being able to recall? Okay.
I will, some of them, I will, I will remember for years. I'll forget the name of a coffee or a song or an artist, uh, but those dreams are dreams that I will never ever forget. They are like branded in my
Mm.
memory, and I can remember these dreams from childhood and from my adult life when I was much younger than I am now, but to the dreams that I have every day.
Wow.
I don't always remember all of it, but the important things I will remember.
Hmm. I don't have exceptionally clear memory or dream recall. I don't have that. So that's something that it would be nice to develop. But
The reason, one of the ways that I have strengthened it is just simply because I love to write, and I get a nice smooth pen. I've got my paper in my notebooks, and
hmm.
I will write them out and
Wow,
record them.
that's great.
Especially the ones that I know are intense, that are a message. So
Sure.
and aren't just my mental garbage, because you can feel the difference in the dreams for sure.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Mental garbage. I don't have any mental garbage.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
Call me a
I've got it
liar.
too.
Yes, we
Right.
all do. And I
Sorting out
think,
the garbage.
and it's, it's not garbage. It's just stuff that we don't need, and we need to get rid of it because we have to. It certainly lightens the load.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And it opens our arms to receive something that's even better, you know?
yes.
And like it helps us to literally as far as I'm concerned, like level up.
Hmm.
And like that journaling, like that's how I learned tarot. That's how I learned everything is
Oh, nice.
really through writing. It seems like it's like I don't know. I
Definitely
love to write it.
kinesthetic. You need to have that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
if you're having trouble with, try that. That's one thing I can suggest.
Hmm. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I do collect composition notebooks because,
Oh.
I happen to, I don't know, I collect things. I'm an acquirer. I
Mm-hmm.
acquire things.
My dad
And
was like that.
yeah, and it's like I have a lot
I'm
of
like
tarot decks. Yeah,
I'm like that.
yeah, yes. But I, for me, I think it's the acquisition that I like, and I don't always use. So if somebody's looking for something, I am all about the hunt. Let's find it. Let's get it. But boy, after school sales, composition notebooks, college rule, of course. You can get them 35, 25 cents a pop after school sales. It's
Ooh.
excellent.
Yeah, that is because like I go through a lot. I go through a lot because like
Hmm.
I'll draw on there. It's a
Yes.
hodgepodge. You know,
Hmm.
it's just a creative canvas, so to speak. And
Oh yeah.
I do like painting. That's another thing that I want to get back to doing.
Hmm.
Um, so we've got to work through the house clutter, get stuff. We're looking to move. There's so much that we got to do, but it's coming. It's coming. We're prepping.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. Sherry H. Voices from the Swamp just said, my mom would have called that being a pack rat.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes, and I
And
come by that honestly.
so does my dad does too. I use that terminology, and I've got a bit too, but I got to cut it loose. I got to cut some loose because it's
Yes.
just it's yeah. I need more room. So
Hmm.
it's the time to go through all this stuff, and I'm lucky enough to have my mom agree to help me to do it because my husband has
That's wonderful.
no patience with it. He's like,
Hmm.
good, because that drives me crazy.
He's just going to go get his cup of tea and let you do your stuff.
Yep, that's exactly what he'll do, and that's exactly what I want him to do because
Hmm.
that will be the best thing. Okay,
Yes.
I'm just going to look through here and see if there's any questions. If I've got a few.
Woohoo, questions. Yay.
Yes. Okay, Linda says, "Yep, Maya, you know what happens to me because of what Putin is doing, and yes, both Putin and Orange Face, both are going. Yeah, they are. They are. Their time. They've served their purpose. It's done. It really
Hmm.
is. It's going to come a lot sooner than people think too. That's what I think. Um, so I used to call Dream True as a child, but it went away. Oh, that's
Hmm.
sweet. Well, you can call it back. And
Hmm.
Jake, I've been called crazy by multiple people. So I think it's kind of like when I use the F word, it's a, a way of taking the word back.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
and I think there is power in language. So, and there's definitely power in language. And back in the day, for GLTBQIA plus rights,
Oh my
the
goodness.
idea of queer
Hmm.
and taking that word back
Right.
was extremely important and very powerful. And there does come a point when, okay, when does taking that word back end, and when does replacing that word or changing the definition of that word come into play? And for me, a lot of times, um, thinking about being gay or being queer or a
Hmm.
fag, I
Hmm.
had to change that, and I had to change it so it worked for me. And
Got
then
you.
when I understood that what works for me doesn't work for everybody else,
Right.
and therefore I'm not going to try to put my spin on it on you, and you're not going to put your spin on me. We have a respect. I get along with people like that. I like
Hmm.
being around people who have a differing opinion than me, because when
Hmm.
we express it and we can have a respectful exchange,
Yeah,
it's really, really helpful, because invariably I learn something new and I take it into consideration. It's very powerful.
I agree. I
It's very
agree.
powerful.
And that's why it's really good to try to check any kind of like a knee jerk reaction. It's just give it a moment. Okay, that may have made you
Mhm.
feel a little angry or it may have pissed you off, but think about it for a moment. Just, and if it doesn't resonate, you know what to do with it,
Yes.
but there's no for me there's room for a different opinion.
Mm-hmm.
you know, to a degree, unless they want to start, saying harmful things about others like they have been. Then we just, nope, we don't go there.
Well, and that's interesting because I came across a video somebody posted that I saw on Instagram, and it it made me angry, and then I rewatched it, and then it made me concerned, and then it informed me, and it helped to reframe. But I had to slow down. And by the way, the between the first view and the second view was about 2 hours because I kept going back and it's like, why is this making me so upset? Why is
Mm-hmm.
it making me uncomfortable? And it's just like, okay, yes, this is good advice. This is not something that I would think that I would ever hope to need, but it makes sense. You followed that.
Yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
know if people in chat did, but it was
I
like,
think they
ooh.
I think so. Sometimes you gotta definitely, like, I've had to do that where it's like, okay, I don't really wanna because I feel this way about it, but let me just re-experience that again.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just have an open moment with that. And it's helped me. I've caught myself a number of times
Nice.
where, you know, it would have been stupid of me had I just gone, as I was doing. It's important to slow down. And I try to remember to do that now when I get that slow down.
Yeah, they're whispering to you, slow down, slow down. And by the way, I'm an adult and I have my boundaries. And there are some people who I don't watch their YouTube channels because it's not helpful for me.
Right?
And there are some people that I watch every single video they do because they are going to push me out of my comfort zone in a way that I can see it as growth. I can grow from it. I don't have to
Right?
agree with these people.
Right? That's what I do. That's very
So,
similar
yeah.
what I do. And I look for various different, like, this different spiritual, different, like,
Hmm.
the Kabbalah and all that. I love, just as you said, exploring that and learning that, and not and taking what works for me
Yes.
and knowing what works for me out of that and what doesn't.
Hmm.
And that's really powerful. Ooh, hey Sharon, how you doing? She
Hey,
says
Sharon.
hello. And Silver Scribe, hello.
Hey, Silver. I think I saw Mama Bear. Did Mama Bear come
Yeah,
in? Yes.
Mama
Hi,
Bear,
Mama Bear.
hey. Meant to
There's so
say
many
hello.
wonderful people
There
here. Wow.
are. Beautiful. And Calla Lily again.
Hmm.
Yes.
So, yes. Woohoo.
It's all a good joke. We just need to be mindful. That's the truth. Mindfulness is really an intention is everything.
And see, and I think what's really important is when people they share and boy, back when I was a kid and we had to walk
Yes.
uphill both
Yeah.
ways to school wearing a
Barefoot through
shoe,
the
yeah,
snow.
barefoot, yes, in 3 foot of snow while carrying the stone tablets on my back for my books. It's now so much information and such an
Right.
exchange of information. It's overwhelming for me.
Me too.
It's overwhelming for me. And boy, when sometimes I don't know what the hell is going on. And I have to have enough gumption to go, I don't know what's going on. I have to be able to say, okay, time out. It's like I've missed this. I've missed something.
Mm-hmm.
Help me. And fortunately, I have gathered people around me who make it okay for me to say, okay, I'm confused or I need more information, and they'll meet me,
Mm-hmm.
and they can tell energetically when I'm not being a smart aleck because I can do that sarcasm. You all heard it
Mm-hmm.
here first or last, whatever. Um, but and it's that mindful exchange. It's the okay, I get what you're saying. I get it. And so anyhow, I'll get off my soapbox, leaving
No.
my soapbox now and taking a sip.
I like that good vibes with the eyes. That's
Mm-hmm.
cute. Yes,
Yep.
sometimes you do have to shut it out. Yeah, definitely. And
Yes.
I mean, you know your rhythm. You know it's like when you've had enough of something, it's like, oh my God, any more of that, and I'm going to puke, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I do that with YouTube, and I do that
Yeah.
not necessarily with I would be creating content all of the time. I just wouldn't want to always do it on my channel because just because. But there are days when I'm actually like, okay, I don't watch anything. I'm not available. My schedule's blocked off, and because it's just we need to know our limits, and it's like taking a nap. If we don't get enough restful sleep,
Yes.
that's a big challenge, and it's difficult. And when I lose my sense of humor,
Hmm.
um, run.
Yeah, you do. Because that tail, that stinger, it's ready.
Hmm. Oh yeah. What?
Oh, crack. Yes. I hear you. And once I have a really long fuse. I do. But I'm one of those people that like I will hear myself warning you. And when you get the warning, that means do not poke the bear. Do not poke
Yes.
the bear.
Yes.
And if you
Hmm.
poke the bear, I will claw your face off. It happens.
And what was helpful for me in my therapy was knowing that my fuse was getting short,
Oh yeah.
and then being able to let people know that my fuse was getting short, because I didn't I didn't understand this. Not everybody knows what's going on inside my mind.
Yes.
When did that happen?
Yes.
And so I had to go, okay, slow down. This is getting very serious for me, or I'm taking, I need more time to think about this. And it's like one of those things that it's a lot of it is self-awareness and being willing to learn from things that went well and things that didn't go so well.
Yes. And Jake is saying Scorpio men are hot. Crack that
Get your
thing.
own fan,
I
Jake.
knew
Get
it
your
was
own
coming.
fan. Because this Scorpio don't share. Oh,
Uh, I think you're gonna have to take Ron to task. Those crack me up. I know I'm childish. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry.
oh, see, the tiny hands are really good for maintaining my mustache.
I think it's perfect. I like that.
So, and the most recent acquisition, see if I can see if I can the most recent acquisition is just let me put my feet up.
Oh my God, those are hysterical.
I'm just
Oh,
going to put my feet up and relax here.
you got the best props. Oh my God. That is hysterical.
Not everybody likes feet, and
Well, they're just a little too uptight.
but you know what they say about tiny hands,
Well, I've heard that.
tiny gloves.
That's right.
Hmm.
Very small.
But hey,
You
you
could
know,
knit like very,
yes.
yeah.
These would be like, okay, knitting these would be like on triple aught needles, and I don't have any of those. I am a knitter as well, so I'm a knitter and a
Oh,
quilter. So
cool.
and so these would be very, very tiny.
I can just do basic knit. I can do like
Hmm.
and it's probably not the best quality, but I love it. I love doing
Yes,
it. It's so satisfying.
the repetitive nature, and it's really incredible, and you can do a lot with just a knit stitch. Trust me, it's
I just gotta
incredible.
I just gotta keep them keep the practice so I get a more even you know bit of work there that I've knitted up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this is Heather. She's wanting to know, inquiring minds.
Well, what you'll have to do is just you'll have to like and subscribe to Tarot Stash to find that out. Please make sure you
Yeah.
hit the thumbs up and the notification bell.
And include your sense of humor.
There you go. Because if you don't have that, don't even show up.
Mm-mm. That is so funny.
Oh my gosh. I
Oh,
met my grand. Yes.
cough. I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. My family could watch this.
I'm
They
not
won't.
saying anything either. It's all Jake's fault.
Jake, I'm blaming you. You're so
Hi,
funny.
Jake. I'm Gerald. Nice to meet you. Nice to blame you.
Yes.
Yay. And
That
see, and I
is.
think, Paula, if when you knit, I think you're honoring your grandmother, because with every stitch that you make, your grandmother has passed that on to you, and that legacy is really so very important. And as we think about Mother's Day, all of us were born, pretty sure I can say that,
Mm-hmm.
and but not everybody had a mother or a mom experience, and
That's
many
very true.
times we're looking for that, and we um we can do that for ourselves at some time. It's not the same thing, but it's different. So
Yeah, that's funny. I had to put that up because I think that's funny.
hmm hmm thank you. And do you understand why that is?
Yes.
Because okay, yeah, you were here when I was reading for her. It's like, girl. So anyhow, and I'm glad to see people were crocheting and knitters and turn your head and cough, Gerald.
I don't know.
Um, Sharon, I expect maybe you to take me out for dinner and a cocktail before that happens.
Ooh.
Um, but also I'm a quilter too, so it's just like, you know, this just took a hard left. Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
and that's why I'm sashaying away from that to this other topic. We know you guys. We know what you're trying to do.
You people in chat, wow, naughty, naughty, naughty.
Naughty.
Put them on the naughty step. Ooh.
Yep. You going on the naughty step.
Speaking of somebody, I'm gonna heap praise in Heather Silver Star Priestess's corner. So get ready, Heather. And I won't say a lot of it, but talk about somebody who has recently really harnessed their power.
Yes.
It's quite beautiful, and not only does it uplift Heather, but we're all benefiting from it. Amen.
Yes. And I'm very glad when she asked to come on, and that's I will let a lot of people come on. I do, because I think everyone needs help and everyone's out there, everyone's valid. But it's really nice that I like when people ask, if they can come on. It's nice, and it makes me feel like, yeah, I want to put some light on this person, and she's great. You're a great reader, and just keep it going. She's going to be helping us from time, well, if as she wills, on Thursday nights for the true crime. So I'm looking forward to that, because we have a case. And what's it say? Gerald makes
Some amazing quilts.
quilts. Oh wow. Yeah, so tell me more about the quilts.
Um, I showed one. Do you want to see one?
Yes.
Okay. I actually last year I taught a landscape art quilt class,
Oh, awesome.
and this is the one that I think Liz is talking about, which is, so this is what I did.
That's like a painting, but
And so
with quilting. That's a
yeah,
beautiful
so
textiles.
it's fabric, and so I taught a class about how to do this. And in the 20 years that I was at my previous job of 32 years, I did a lot of training and development. So I really love helping develop people and teaching. So
I love the
this is what they're talking
clouds.
about.
I
That.
love how you've done that. To me, this is my dad was an art professor, so I do remember some things. And this is textile art. This is amazing.
Yep. And so
It's
you've got
beautiful. It is
thread
beautiful.
painting,
Look, I
and
love
here,
that.
thank you. And here's the back of that.
Okay, now you know how well this man can sew, because look how neat it is. You do not want to see the backs of my attempts at needlepoint.
Well, but I really enjoyed that class, and I am a person who I don't know if it'll work. Let's try it.
Yeah, that's the way
You
I am.
know.
I like, it's to try something new, and you don't know if you
Mhm.
don't try. I mean, if it fails, but you learn something either way.
Yes.
And if you
Yes.
never try, then you just never know.
If you never try, you're boring.
Yeah, that's
I don't
very
like to be
true.
boring.
I don't like to be boring either. Not at all.
So,
And I do, yeah. Heather was saying she'd like to see some of my artwork. I will make sure that I post a couple of pictures up a couple of pictures of paintings up that I've done that I
mhm.
like, the ones that I like. There's a
There you
couple of
go.
them. Yeah,
Well, and you are your worst enemy. I'm
I
my
am.
worst critic. So,
I hate looking at my old stuff because I'm so horrible at with myself. It's like I can,
mhm.
yeah, you know how it is. You look and you see everything. Like, I should have tweaked that. I should have done a little more light here.
Yes.
Ah, and then you got to tell yourself, shut up.
Well, and then there's this idea is it it's better finished than perfect.
Yes, that sometimes you can, like, I would get it to where I would overwork the paintings, and then it's
Yes.
like, then you learn you should have
Yes.
stopped.
Yep. You got it. You got it. Wow.
And if you guys hear a stomach growling, it's just mine. It always does. It's in like deep, deep baritone.
It's singing to you.
It is. It's like, Maya, later you're going to feed me.
Yeah.
Yes. Be
Feed
quiet.
me.
Yeah. Get in my tummy. That was a
Oh.
terrible, terrible attempt.
Oh,
That
wow.
stunk. That was a real
Get in
stinker.
my belly.
Thank you. That was better. That was so freaking funny. Austin Powers. I'm sorry. I do
Mhm.
think that was funny.
It was a
So,
funny movie.
was. And I loved oh, what's her name? Liz. I can just see her. She's really good looking. But she was Austin Powers' girlfriend.
Mhm. I don't
And
remember her name.
Hurley, Elizabeth Hurley.
Uh-huh.
And they were showing some of the outtakes and they were hysterical. She was holding like a couple of large melons and then she would move up,
Oh,
that old gag, but it was
yes.
hysterical, the timing. And if you ever get a chance to see that and you think it's hysterical. Well, I thought it was anyway.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yes. So
Oh,
I'll go
yeah.
ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pop out we've got 3 questions.
Ooh, great.
Yes. So far. But Jake Tay wants to know. That's right. Oh, just real quick before we hop into that. The Navajo, make sure there's a mistake. What was that? Yeah, because it's a deliberate mistake because it's bad luck to have a perfect piece. Yes.
Yes.
And I love that idea.
Yes.
And I think the Japanese have something around this as well.
They
That kind
do
of a belief.
something where if something is broken, they repair it with gold because it's even more beautiful when it's been broken and repaired.
And so when you see those gorgeous ceramics with that gold,
Mhm. And
yeah.
the Zen Buddhists have a belief that if you love something, see it as already broken or lost, because
Ooh,
then when it happens, then you won't be as disappointed, but you will appreciate it even more while you
while
have
you
it.
have it.
So
That is a
yes.
beautiful, beautiful thing.
Mhm.
JR, did I see your question? Let me just make sure.
Yeah, Vixen dough. That's really a beautiful thing. You're exactly right. This
J-
idea of you don't want it perfect, because if it's perfect, it's not a bad thing. And if it's not perfect, then that lets the spirits out. So spirits are not captured in it. I'm rambling now.
that's cool though. No, it's yes, I have been. I meant yes, I will. JR, I've got your question. Whose questions do you have? I have, Jay, I have three. So if you want to ask one, you can now, or forever hold your bladder in peace, because I love wordplay. That's another thing. And there goes my stomach, just right on time. Uh, but we will take some more. We'll take some more questions if like,
Sure.
I would
I'm
say
up for it.
about four more would be good because we're at an hour and 39 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But Jake Tay is so far okay. And if you have a question, put it in all caps and put a bunch of emojis around it so that my eyes catch it. So let's see, Jake Tay. Advice from
From
Spirit.
Spirit. Jake.
Alrighty.
Advice from Spirit.
I think I want to use the Starseed Oracle for you.
I'm actually using my Santa Muerte tarot.
Ooh, I have that deck. That one's really neat.
Yes, this is the one where if somebody wants advice from spirit or ancestors or those who have passed away, their guides, this is the one that opens me up for that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're already telling me that Jake already knows what he needs to be working on or what they need to be working on. And they're doing an exceptional job of dodging the advice that they're being given. So I don't know if that's true, Jake. If that is, let me know. I'll be watching for it. And yes, and by the way, donate. Thank you, JR, for posting that.
Please. Yeah, this is my job. I'm disabled. I can't go dig ditches. So this is the one way I earn some money for my family. And it goes right into our bank account and it pays for groceries, lights, bills, tarot cards.
Mm-hmm.
A lot for this channel, green screens, cameras, mics.
Guest. I was expensive, wasn't I?
The most.
Sheesh.
I've even
Okay.
I've even had to buy an external hard drive because I've used up most of the space on my laptop, folks. So for
Wow.
reals.
Don't forget that spring cleaning can also go to your hard drive and your electronic devices.
That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. I put a bunch of stuff over on my hard drive last night, and I still have more to do.
Okay, so Jake did indicate that yes.
Excellent.
Gets that. And Jake said, drag me. Y'all hear it first. So, and I don't know, Jake. So, Jake, I have the first card that I have for you is the Star, which is an indication to me they have actually been trying to contact you for a while and you have been ignoring them for a while. Yeah, pick up the damn phone. I mean, they're going to keep ringing, and it doesn't say spam alert or unknown caller. It says, hello, spirit guides, knock, 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 pick it up. Because all of this time is this is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, the thing about the Five of Wands that I love is it is a card of energy exchange. And I like this is where there's four matches and then there's one lit. What's going to happen is this lit match is going to light the other. And so it's this idea of you light your candle, allow them to light your candle. You're going to be able to help light someone else's candle, to which they are going to, and they told two friends and they told two friends. So part of it really is for you to remember, you do your part, you become part of a chain, and therefore that chain gets longer and stronger. And so it is important for you to show up, because then we have here is we have the Six of Wands, which is quite nice because we have the five and then we have the six, and the six, this is a card of celebration. So it's very, very important to remember. And I think, oh, did you see the message that you don't see the super chat option?
Yeah, it should be there. When I'm looking, I don't know if you're using your phone or not, but it should be on here because I see it on mine. Show your support. There's like where you go to chat publicly. You'll see the emoji face, then you'll see a dollar sign, and it should work. Yeah, I get super sticker, super chat pop up, so you should be able to do that. If you're on a laptop, I don't know if you're having, with the phone. Mobile might look really
I
different.
see it right there,
Oh,
right
there we
there.
are.
So, okay. And Jake said, yes, they're working on a creative project. And wands are about all about creativity.
Yes.
And they're also an exchange of energy. That being said, Jake, and you're very good at trying to distract from the original topic of, guides. They've been trying to reach you. We've been trying to reach you about your extended auto warranty.
But you keep avoiding our calls.
Don't make me get my tiny hands out and slap you across the interwebs.
I'm sorry, I just pictured that. That's freaking funny.
Now, and that being said, Jake, I mean, yes, you understand part of it, and yes, it's scary. Yes, it's challenging to realize that we could be really powerful. But the thing is sometimes you actually have to stand up and take some action and to be able to swallow your pride and to stop overthinking things. Because when you overthink things, you lose that creative spark.
That's right.
I think I'm finished.
Okay.
They may steamroll in while you're talking, and I'll just go, I have something to say, and
that's cool. That's how we
show
roll.
up.
That's
show
right.
up. Answer the damn phone. Excuse me. Please answer the phone.
They're going, oh, it's tired of calling.
Yeah. Oh, and they are persistent. It's like if
Oh, it's true.
Jake Tay, please pick up the white courtesy phone. Your party is trying to reach you.
Ancestors are on the line.
Yes.
They've been holding for about 10 years. No, I'm just kidding. They're very patient. Trust me, they're very patient. So let me see what they're going to say to you. Jake, what does Spirit want to say to you? What do your ancestors have to say to you? Using this Starseed Tarot deck. What do they want to share? Jake Tay. I get cracked open. Rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, because when you crack open, you open your capacity to feel, even though it can be painful. I know this is like all, washed out. You can't really see it on here. But this is the Starseed Oracle, in case you're curious. And I'm going to pull another one. The Courageous Peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Shine your light. Open up, and express yourself. Yep, lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Yep, that's where you're needing to clear, purge all that old crap. See the hands, yeah, that you don't need in there. That don't belong to you. That's like also projected messages you've gotten your whole life from family that didn't know better and things like that. And you just go, okay, this is not my bag of poop. I'm putting this in the sewer where it belongs. And, wash your hands, you're done. New Earth, a happening. Keep holding the vision. You can't see these cards so well. But this is also about an awakening coming. Oh, yes, Jake, it's coming. And keeping open, holding the vision, means the ability to see. So don't dismiss it. And the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. You have a gift that you haven't activated. I think that's why they're like constantly ringing your psychic phone, whether you know it or not. I think if you just say, it's amazing if you just say, yes, I would like your help, and just be open to that. Oh, thank you, Yvette. I've got your question marked, okay? And it'll be coming up real soon. So you need to go back to the inner child part, to that purity. And I've gotten this a lot, especially for myself, to go back and look at, be able to see the world through the eyes of a child. And also to go back to yourself as a child and love him unconditionally. Mm-hmm. Just, say, you're all right. You are enough. What, for real. And let yourself shine, express yourself, open up. And lifting the veil, your life's going to undergo a change for the better. You must connect with them, though. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, but you are called. You get the card of being called. It's a soul gift and training. They're saying it's quote unquote time to step up. Don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. So I hope that was helpful, Jake.
Yep. Thank you, Jake.
He's laughing. They're wanting to talk to you. So you know what? You might as well. And if it's an inopportune moment, or if you're like me and you don't care and you talk to yourself all the time and people hear you and think it doesn't matter, talk to them. They're there for you.
And talk to them. And if it's coming too quickly, ask them to slow it down a little bit. It doesn't, you don't have to drink it like from a fire hose. You can actually go, wait a minute, can we slow down a second? Yes, I want to do this, but it's a give. Most of the time, guides there's a give and take. They want you to be successful. They see more in you than you see in yourself. So be honest with them.
He says, yes, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. All very on point as always. Oh, and he says, I want the truth, not sugarcoating. So I really appreciate it. Drag me, queens. Mm-hmm. But you got read today.
There you go.
All right. Now we have MS Steve, 000. And your request is for your mother. She's almost 96. Would like to reach out to her, Mary, and wish her a happy Mother's Day. Yes, happy Mother's Day, Mary, wherever you may be, Miss Steve's mom. I hope that you have a beautiful day and know that he loves you so much. And Steve, did you want us to do a reading for her, or was this just to wish happy Mother's Day?
I think it's a question request for my mom. Would like to reach out to her mom and wish her a happy Mother's Day. So I think the way I'm getting it is Steve's mom wants to reach to her mom, Mary, to wish her a happy Mother's Day.
That's beautiful. So let's channel Mary. Mary, we're calling Mary. And I'm just going to use this Messages from Heaven communication cards. I am surrounded by way too many cards.
I wish a happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Do we have that right, Steve? I think we have that right.
Are we understanding correctly?
Yeah, get feedback from Grandma. Okay.
Okay. Get feedback from Grandma. Alrighty then. Just going to try and dial into her. I'm going to mute my mic just for a minute.
What am I missing? I think I'm missing anything. I'm talking to myself now.
I do that all the time. He says, Mom is listening. Good.
Well,
And
Mom, yeah,
go ahead, Gerald.
I think Mary, your mother and Steve's grandma, um, is actually pretty pleased with you and with Steve, actually,
Hmm.
because there has been a lot of there's been a lot of balancing of things from the past, things in the present, and trying to make things work for the best, and making the most of difficult times, and really having that. Well, we're going to have dinner tonight, but right now we only have one pork chop and a half a potato and an apple. And guess what? Everybody is going to eat very well, and we're going to enjoy the family with that. And that's an important thing.
Hmm. That's nice.
Remember the inner light, especially when it appears to be very dark around the outside. And Mary, Grandma, it sounds like she wants me to like call her Mama or something like something
Meemaw, maybe.
Meemaw, Minnie, something along those lines, is trying to help you both keep your light shining, trying to add a little heat to that fire. And anytime either of you want to chat with her, it's okay. There's a portal available for you when you're sleeping to have a conversation with her. And that's a very important thing. The reminder is um, sometimes you have to remember to ask for help, or to look for that opportunity to honor Mima and your mom. It's okay to do that. And sometimes, not sometimes, we have to remember. We remember. I mean, the thing that Mary wants to right now. She wants to be remembered. She wants to be, have a dang cup of coffee, or a bourbon in her name, or something like that. I don't know what she was drinking, but do a shot for Grandma. So.
He says, Mom tells me she doesn't dream. Well, everybody dreams, they just, not everybody remembers. So,
And I would say, if Mom, if you don't dream, okay. Perhaps when you go to bed, go, Mom, I'd like to remember a dream about you, something that lets me know that you were here,
and you
and then
might
pay
have,
attention.
and you might have to do that several nights in a row, because
True.
I've done that, and eventually it will. You kind of like are building a bridge or building an energy up for that exchange.
Hmm.
Sorry, Gerald. There I go. I'm
That's
popping in
perfect. That's
a.
perfect, because it's about strengthening that connection, strengthening that connection. So.
Absolutely. And I'm getting, these are some cute cards. This one makes me laugh. This is a kitty paw in someone's hand, and it says, "We rejoice." And this is what Mary's sentiment is, that they rejoice, or she rejoices when you find love, and love comes in unexpected ways. And it's holding the paw of a kitty. Oh,
Aw.
there. Now you can see better. There's a little kitty paw there. So that is about rejoicing when you find love through animals, through things that you're doing, and in
Mhm.
unexpected ways. And that's also a way of saying, make sure you're open to receive. Because a lot of times we say, yeah, 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 I'm open, and we're not, because we've got this condition or that condition, and we're like the two of swords. And it's like, oh, I've caught myself doing that. And
Yes.
when you kind of settle yourself down and you just open up and you go, okay, I can trust, I'm not going to get burned, and I'll open up to receive, and I'll just be open minded. Trust and believe you will get something. Be sure
Hmm.
of that. She's also showing me, I love this, the beach. And there's this boat. It reminds me of a painting I did that my husband moved, and I'm going to slap him when I get off of here because it was up on the wall and I wanted to show you guys. But anyway, uh, it says have fun. And she's saying that she has fun where she's at, and you should too. You must enjoy yourself. This is a
Mm.
message those over the last few days have been coming through and telling me, not only for myself but other people, that life is meant to be enjoyed. Find
Mm-hmm.
your passion. There's a lot of unpleasantries, but you must find, and usually it's the simplest things: gardening, sitting out listening to bird song. If you can't, if that's not enough for you, you're going to have to work on being less complicated. That's all I got to say. And and it will happen. You will that be humbled. And here she's saying that she wants to hug you. Close your eyes as we hold you close. Now, this is like a little baby monkey. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But I get the idea that they want of wanting to hug you, and that they do hug you, and they're sending you a hug. It's look at all that sparkle. To me is like I can feel her, and I see her in this. I see an outline of her, and the light is bright. I feel like it's outside an old farmhouse for some reason. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I could be full of rubbish. I don't know, but I'm seeing like this bright light, a white house, and she's brilliant and she's happy, and it's like a summer day, and it's
Mm-hmm.
she's radiant. She's I can't see her face, but she's so ah, effervescent. I don't know what enough words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And here's her last bit. Okay, so she sent me that picture of her, and now she's saying find a way to bring harmony back into your life. Take
Mm.
the first step. Forgive, clean slate, all that stuff. And here's the last thing: someone needs your support. Can you help them? And she's saying that she will guide you. And I get that feather.
Mm.
So just stay open. If someone needs some help, just pitch a hand in, what you can do. And that's what Mary seems to be sharing here. I feel like I want to pull something extra, though, for her.
Well, an M Steve 000 said, we put her to work as a healing circle for my sister.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow. Wow. Well, all I can say is with the cards I'm getting, she is sending so much love. Every single card, except for that last one, but it is, support. That is a form of love, but it's all about love and about, she is sending this light, her energy toward you. And it's about you opening up and receiving it and knowing that she's enclosing around you with her energy. And she wants harmony and wants to stress how important, no matter what, in your life, to let the toxic stuff go for real. And
Mm-hmm.
if you need to
Yes.
say I'm sorry, make the first move. And I feel like that's really powerful. I'm going to leave it there because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's where she's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, Grandma. I hope that
Yes.
makes some kind of sense.
Wow. I hope so too. I hope that was helpful, and happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yes.
So,
Grandma and a bunch of relatives step forward as per Lilac Lantern. Yes, they are in force. And
mm-hmm.
I feel they have so much energy. It was like a little bit, when I saw the picture
Oh.
and felt it. Yeah. And so I was like, whoa, wow, that's a lot. And I had to adjust a little bit, but it's so radiant. I love it. I mean, like I could quite go back and visit her quite happily
Mm-hmm.
in the space that she showed me. And it's just so clean and pristine, and the colors are alive, and the plants are alive, and everything there. I know that from my own dream experience of going into different worlds,
Mm.
or realms, if you will. And that realm is like that. It's intense, the color, but her radiance is the first thing I saw, and is just like, is like, it's like the sun coming up, you know, and you see
Wow.
the silhouette of a woman, and that's what I saw. So
Nice. Beautiful.
yeah, that felt really clear.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve. Oh, and
Yay.
so know that she's sending you all hugs, and that she literally is hugging you. And maybe just open up to the idea that, hey, before I go to bed, Grandma, you want to give me a hug? Because I'd be down for that. And just imagine that and know that she is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can make that a routine. Because she wants, it's like she's a tactile type of granny. I think that she would like want to love on you, that
Yes.
kind of thing.
She may not have been able to do that while she was alive,
Maybe
and
not.
so she's wanting to make up for that. And
And that's why,
but
too, she was saying about where there's disharmony in your life, take the first step forward to make it right.
yeah. Wow. Woo.
Yeah, I know. Woo, felt like my bell got rung.
Mm-hmm.
All right, JR. Question: do you see? I'm going to follow up appointment post surgery. How do you see it going? Okay. Well, you know that I'm not a medical professional, but I will take a look. And I'm glad that you're keeping up with your health.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna grab some regular tarot cards here because that's what I feel like I need for that.
Mm-hmm.
And of
Let's
course,
get
Gerald,
some
if you get
insight about
something,
the yeah.
jump right ahead.
Follow up appointment. Just switching cards.
Ditto. Oh boy, let me put these back because I have a terrible habit of not putting my back on. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to use, yeah, the story cards by Kathy Nichols. I love this.
Mm.
Ah, darn background. Anyway, I've used it in other things. I'll have to do a, what you call, unpacking of this one. All right. I'm just going to put my mic on mute. And if you want to go ahead, or if you're not ready, that's fine too.
Okay. Um, I am okay. So, how do you see it going? Um, I believe we have a Page of Swords, a Knight of Cups, a Ten of Swords, and a Ten of Pentacles. So it feels like, again, entertainment purposes only. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is a really important next step in your full recovery. And you have to pay attention to what you're being told, because they're suggesting that you think about things differently. You try to approach things differently, and it's okay to ask questions, and get the hell off of the internet, because WebMD is not your doctor. And I would, if I were you, I'm not you. It can be an emotional time going to post-op. So if you are going alone, you may want to write some questions down so that you can remember to ask the questions, because you see the doctor and it can be very confusing. So write the questions down. If you have any concerns, may they be small, they be large. If it's a concern, write it down, because that's very important. Part of your health and your well-being is for you to be able to get answers to your questions. Because if you're discombobulated, then it's difficult for your body to heal. And I do think it feels like the post-op, this past surgery, it's finishing some things up that needed to be done. And it's done what it needs to do, and now it's the time for you to do that long-term healing. It's like if you have a wound, they clean the wound first, and then you have to maintain it for full recovery. So do what you're supposed to be doing. Take notes, follow post-op information, keep the appointments. So, and but it feels like it feels okay in the sense of do pay attention to it, and find out when it's appropriate for you to do exercise and to get out and move around.
Mm.
So that's what I have.
All right. I think that's good advice. Yeah. Where did you lose them? Yeah, I know. Questions are closed.
Mm.
So let's see what I'm going to get for you, JR, with concern to your post-op. See what spirit wants to just remind you or bring to your attention. Okay, what cards I get for you? Okay, I'm getting the home card. I like that. It's so cute. It's a little house, little hearts, little door, and there's music, and it's a very positive. To me, this is good. And there's healing. You're getting the card of healing. I mean, like, you can't see it. I'm sorry. Oh, it's right up there by my finger. It says healing. But this is in a winter time. And I know this card because I was just using this the other day for myself. And there's this little flower that's coming up through the snow and blooming. And just like when we go from, as Gerald and I were talking about, wintertime in the Midwest and in the upper areas where you're waiting for that spring and it seems like it takes a long time, but eventually, look, you're getting better. You're just turning the corner. So, like he said, this is very important to follow what they suggest and say. Duality. So remember, balance. Don't rush ahead. Don't overdo it. Don't say, hey, I'm feeling kind of good because I've done this, and think, I'm going to clean the whole house today. And then I get a pressure sore. So no, sorry. My crazy place. And the cyclist, you again, this is about cycles that you're going through. This shows that you are going into it, turning the corner on this. But again, with that duality, there's the reminder of being in touch with how you feel. And if there's anything that you think you need to draw to their concern, like he was saying, write it down and share with them. But I do see you going in a forward mode of healing. Opportunities coming and adoration. And that is just love, getting out there, being, you can see the two people. I don't know if you have a significant other or even just family member, but it's just, you're going to get better. You're going to get better, honey. And I know that sometimes when you've been sick, you're going to get better and you're going to get back out there and back, I think, out in nature as you can and enjoy it. But be very careful, a step at a time, and don't overdo it, but don't underdo it either, because that balance, that duality thing.
Yes.
Okay. I hope that's
Amazing.
helpful.
Yes. Yeah. I hope so
Thank
too.
you. Thank you, JR. Oh, bye, Silver Star Priestess. Heather.
Bye.
Bye. And now let's see. I'm going to go to Yvette, and then we'll have Indigo, Chrysalis, and Alice. Okay, but here is Yvette's question. Okay, I have recently dated and have been spending time with a neighbor who lives under me. Okay, what are his thoughts about us? All right, I've got a love. Where's my love deck? My deck of love. Okay, love medicine. This deck would do too. I'll use both.
Okay, I'm going to step away for a minute because I'm going to take a bio break. I'll be right back.
That's right. After these messages. Okay, let's see what we get. All right. So, Yvette, what does this man that you have been seeing What are his intentions or thoughts about the two of you? Okay. So I ask Spirit to use these cards and to help us understand what she needs to know about her blossoming bit of a relationship here that she wants to know. What does this man, what are his intentions, and what does he think about the pair of them together? Let's see what the cards give me. Well, this says receiving a text message from you always brightens my day. All right. Seems positive so far. Now take this with the greatest salt. It says, I have some doubts about the long-term success of this relationship. Will you still love me when I'm old and gray? That's an insecurity. And this next one says, you have charmed my life in so many ways. I want to give you a gift because you mean so much to me. Let's have a nice dinner together and enjoy ourselves afterwards. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, you will always be special to me. And it says, you were the only one who could break the wall down that I put up around my heart. I think he likes you. I think his intentions are good, but I'm going to look with my other cards too. And if Gerald, if you want to, I'll come back to that if you want to.
I'm back. Thank you.
Yes.
So,
but you might need to, I don't know if you need to shuffle or anything.
I am going to shuffle, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to really approach his thoughts about us, but I am going to look at what you can do to continue to deepen it. I'm not going to get it. He's not here, so I'm not going to get in his brain, but I'm looking at what is it that you can do, because you obviously care enough about this person to keep going out on dates, and you're asking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what we've got here.
I would say he's definitely enjoying it. Definitely enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And feels like perhaps you can reach him in a way that you get him or understand him.
Yeah, and Yvette, I'm wondering, are either of you on the rebound recently? Because I'm wondering if I'm trying to see in chat, but are you?
Yeah, I haven't seen any comment yet.
So, Yvette, it because what I'm showing is this is the building relationships oracle, and so the idea of shadow work, it sometimes feels like it might be a rebound situation. Not a bad thing. Yeah. It's just sometimes you know what you want because you know what you want because of something that you had that you didn't like or wasn't appreciated. This is a new beginning for both of you.
Yeah.
And it's not a suggestion of, you on your next date, you get a U-Haul and you move in together. It's not that. And after all, he lives under you. So don't try to rush that. There's an importance for both of you to be content with the experience, and if it feels appropriate enough for you to continue to date, then continue to date. If it feels appropriate for you to do Netflix and chill, then by all means do Netflix and chill, because if you're both content with that. And I'm also suggesting here, honesty is very important for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you build a relationship around what you are honestly thinking and what you're saying, that's the type of relationship you're going to have. A lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to wait until I know this person better to tell them this. Then no, I think it is important for you to, if it comes up and it's a concern, then you talk about it, because then that's the type of relationship that you're developing. Because if there is a concern, then you're going to bring it up when you're concerned, not 3-4 months later when you can't do anything about it. And by the way, Yvette, I would say, well, good, you're older, he's younger. I think at this point, it's really important for you to be honest with yourself. Look at this as a new beginning. Say what you need to say. Listen to what's being said. And if you need him to do something for you, then you tell him that right up front. I really appreciate it when you do this. And then say why. Because it makes me feel valued. It makes me feel, I really feel heard when you do this. I like holding hands with you when we're walking in public. That makes me feel special. And then stop talking. Give him a chance to catch up with that. Because guess what? If he's younger, he's probably never had anybody be articulate, right?
Yeah.
And so be honest. And guess what? If you're honest, he's going to know that. And if he's honest with you, then you give him the same sort of response that you would want.
I think there's a lot of healing going to come from this relationship. Look at my other cards. I get the card of work and cyclist. And this work looks down, this looks on the landscape of New York City. And there's a bicyclist again, the idea of a cycle. But this is, to me, what I immediately came to me was bonding and just enjoy the present. Because there's a bonding that and a healing that's going to come with this relationship. And the storyteller card pops out. And to me, this means that the storyteller, let me just go to that because I love this deck so much, but it's been a while. Let's see, storyteller. The storyteller makes order from chaos, brings lessons from the shadow world. Hello, Gerald, into the light. Teaching, you are teaching this young man some ways to treat a lady as well. Ding, ding.
And you're teaching him what it's like to treat someone the way they deserve to be treated, and the fact that that is very exciting. When I am able to provide something for someone that I care about in the way they want it,
oh yeah,
ooh, there's something about that.
Yes.
Bingo, 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 bingo.
Win, win,
So,
win, win, win. And
yes.
There's something else here. I was just looking at cyclist, an attractive free spirit who sometimes gets stuck in cycles of shallowness. But I think it's more the attractive free spirit and liking the process with that work card. Let me I just like to look back at that. It takes much human effort to build a great city, construct perseverance, hard work, one step at a time.
And you said cyclist, and I'm actually going to say there's a bicycle in front of this.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see that, but you're right.
Yep.
Wow, that's funny.
And by the way, when you ride a bike, there's a point when you have to balance. You have to learn how to do it, and then you don't need to worry about it much anymore. But there is something about a relationship to where it's fun to maintain that balance.
Yeah. And I see that healing card is so nice. I want to read that real quick to her as well, because I think it's important. And you can always replay it back, because that's what I have to do with everything. Let's see, where was that? The healing card must be on the, oh, here it is. So this healing card where we have the people on the park bench and it's winter and the flowers coming up out of the snow, it says, the end is the beginning. Though it is winter and things have broken, a new flower sprouts in the ground. So this is something new. Enjoy it. And this is you're going to learn a lot from each other, and it's very healing. You guys will be healing for each other, is what I get. Well-being and communion. And again, I get the people on the park bench, and just the trees kind of come over and surround them, and they're very there's a heart-to-heart connection that I see here that is being nurtured, and just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it.
Yes. It's supposed to be fun.
Yes, just like the grandma said, life's meant to be enjoyed. Enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy this.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope it's connecting for you.
Yeah, I hope so. Is that connecting? It feels pretty good to me.
It does to me too.
Mm-hmm. There's a there's a youthful playfulness about it, isn't there?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And just the enjoyment. She said, "Nice, thanks. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You're very welcome." Yes, it is connecting very much.
Good.
I'm so
And
that means a lot to us because we need the feedback because we don't know.
yeah, and I would say, Yvette, the thing to remember is um, people can't read minds as much as they think they can. So when you articulate the impact of what he has done to you, you know, he's greeted you, he's taken out the trash, he's held your hand. Tell him that you appreciate it and one thing about why, because then he understands that it's the impact of what he's having for you. And you know, let me tell you, you know, it rings our bells when
Mhm.
somebody says, "Here's why it felt good," and it's like, "Oh, well, I want to do that more."
Yes,
I'm like going, "Yeah,"
absolutely.
you
And it
know,
opens up.
yes, it's that love language, right?
Yeah, for real. It
Hmm.
really is.
Yes.
And just also remember to not get too anxious one way. Just accept the moment and the beauty in the moment.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Excellent.
I think this person's going to be somebody that's you're going to learn a lot from, and just enjoy it. Don't worry about, you know, tomorrow.
Hmm. Yes.
Alrighty. Indigo Chrysalis. Tarot, a message from my guides, please. And then we
Okay.
have one more and we will be done. Put a fork in us. We will be taken. I will be dipping my brain in heavy metal because that's what I do.
Ooh, awesome.
I like hardcore music.
I was just listening to Nine Inch Nails earlier,
Oh, industrial
and
sound. I love it.
yes, and Marilyn Manson. So,
Mm.
you know, a
You
little
know what?
poppy there.
Yeah, I just like I like just getting it through and playing it, and it just helps me just to let go of a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
I like also oh, everybody knows I like Alice in Chains, but I like a lot of the new shoegazing music. I was just saying is really cool.
Hmm. Okay, Heather, a message from my guides, please. Do you
Yes.
really want a message from your guides, Heather? From me? Do you want me to deliver that message?
You might get some extra sauce.
Hmm. Yes, Yvette, letting him know how his presence impacts you. That's beautiful.
Yes. And
So,
it's sexy. It's sexy as hell.
ooh, yeah. Yeah. Isn't everything foreplay
Yeah, it can be. It should be an art.
when it's done properly?
For real. God, when it's not,
Hmm.
it's well, we won't go there.
Yeah. Anyhow, okay. So, Heather, message from
Nightwish.
your
That's who I'm
guides.
going to go see. Sorry.
Nightwish.
Yes.
Great. Woohoo. Okay. So, Heather, um, Hanged Man, your world has actually gone a little berserk. You're letting other things go. You've recently moved. Things that you thought were there have been hung, and you know, just let them out to dry. Just let it go. And the idea of the Hanged Man is let's turn things upside down. Moving does that, and it's very helpful. Not only did you manifest that, but your guide said you're welcome, and don't forget to set something up in honoring them at your new place. If you haven't already done that, you're late.
I know she's chomping at the bit to do that. She was saying she could not wait.
Well, do something small, because let them know it's coming. The other thing is this is the Wheel of Fortune. Out of 3 cards, girl, we have 2 majors.
Wow.
So we have the Hanged Man, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which says, let's see, the tide is going to turn, and new things are coming your way. And I like how this is called the Wheel of Fortune, so they're more fortunate than not.
Yes.
And I think it is important for you to understand, to go with the flow, because this is the opportunity. The universe wants to see what you're about and what you can do. And then we have this beautiful card. I really love this card. It's the 2 of Cups. And I like how in this, the water is going from one, and the head of from one to the other, and one is holding the heart. There is definitely a give and take in this. Incorporate them into daily practices and daily gratitude. And do I need to tell you, Heather, to drink some damn water?
Probably. She says I'm
Heather,
very
drink water.
water,
Drink
water,
water.
water. Water.
Well, and yeah, and the
Yeah.
other thing that you could do, Heather, is you could, if you wanted, you could make that part of your appreciation. You could charge that water with connection to your guides, and have them support you as you drink it. Because one of the things that I do is when I drink water, I put it on my heart chakra when I first start, just to help the energy connection join and to balance. You could certainly do that. And do you know anything about crystals or two?
Yep.
Maybe you could figure out, don't put crystals in water, because I don't recommend that. You know which ones to do. But I think putting crystals around your water can
She
help
said,
energize it.
yeah, she says, I have my Mary candle and crystals set up. I am drinking more water too.
Good. So I think the message from your guides is, things are going where they are in the time frame that they should, and keep focused. Keep
Yes.
focused.
Let's see what I'm going to get for you. Heather, 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 my girl. All right. Guides. What do you need to share with Heather? Please. And again, I'm going to use the story cards. Let's see what we get for you. Well, the artist, girlfriend, you and your paintings. Ooh. Yes, there. Now we can see it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to take this as a green light from the universe, my dear, for you to get creative, make your paintings, my chicklet, and just go nuts. Have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
That energy. Do you see that energy? It's coming from her hands.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that creative. Let you open that up, and you have communion. It's that loveliness like Gerald just had, and I'm sure it's your partner. Yes.
Yep.
And it's so beautiful. And I'm going to read you what this communion card says, because I think it goes right in hand with that beautiful 2 of Cups, I believe that was, with Gerald's deck that he had. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah. Like their love. Okay, let's see. This is the couple. Okay. Like their love, the trees surrounding these lovers form a cathedral. Spiritual union, or union between self and nature. I say all of the above, because when I'm reading pairs, and that's going with your artist card. And the artist card Excuse me, I'm starting to get scratchy throat. Let's see, the artist card. That should be right there if they put this. But of course they did not. Oh, it's the artist. I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they do that. The artist bringing all manner of artistic projects to light. Let colors shine from your fingertips. Remember what I said? Her hand. The artist is flowing with creativity. So open that up. I see you just fitting into place with nature, and I just feel like, oh, you've been butting heads for 2 weeks because of the yeah, that's always tough. There's always going to be a little bit of a, and then
Yes.
That's normal. Balance. Okay, so you can see they're out there on their little what do you call those standing boards, and this is about balance in life.
Mm-hmm.
Just being conscious of the balance. And you get the giving card, where there's 2 birds and there's the sun. You can see it better this way. Yeah. And the giving card and balance. Balance, the river of dreams and the giver of life can be hard to navigate. Balance inner and outer world. So as you work with spirit, we've always got to remember, oh yeah, I'm in a body. That's the problem with me. And then giving, you have the mother bird helps the little one to sing his song. This kindness brings sunshine and light to them both. So I feel like you just connecting, making connections with your partner, but also others, and especially nature, and observing nature and that balance of spirit and being in a physical body.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And then trust. There you guys are again. That's why I love this deck. It's like, oh my God, they're so cute.
Yes.
Right? It's like every couple likes to see this thing. And it says trust. It says though they face a dark forest, the couple is strong because they hold hands. Belief in each other is their greatest asset. So, y'all, there's a little bit of biting each other on the butt, but that's okay. It's just going to chill. You all love each other, and it just shows that you guys are like a team. You're like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be good. It's really good. Your creative abilities, let them go, sis.
Yes.
All right.
Wow, that felt good.
Yeah, it did. It's like makes me want to get my easel out, but I don't have any room out here to do that. Let's see. And here is Miss Patient Alice Rodriguez. Do you have any special advice for my spirit guide? And this is the last question of the live. You can't see me. Can you see me now?
Can you see me now?
Yeah. I can see me.
Did you disappear? I can see you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see you? Am I weird?
Okay. No. Yeah.
Like, huh?
Hi, Gerald. Huh? I've decided to shift form and no.
Oh, great. You did this and you didn't tell me. Yeah, what am I going to wear now?
Yeah, I'm going to shift into a black cat. Just a minute.
Awesome. Okay, Alice, do you have any special advice from my spirit guide?
Yes. Alice M. Rodriguez. I feel like, for one thing, I don't sense a guide. I sense guides.
Yes.
A gathering would be more like it.
Okay, and when you sense the gathering, I get a feeling that they are relocating. It feels like they're moving things around because I have the King of Pentacles. It's like they're moving shop. They're rearranging things. It's springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere, so they're rearranging the house and the seating area to make room for stuff.
The home card, just as you say that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
God.
And what they're doing is they're looking at, this is the Justice card, and thinking about this. This is the card of, they're going, what worked before, what isn't working, and what continues to work. So that's how they're rearranging things. They're actually going through and they're sort of, you said that there's a group,
Yeah, I felt like
a posse, there's
I felt
some
like
sort of,
family, just like just this light of family around.
yes, yes. And it's also one who, what they're doing is they're rearranging the space because you're getting ready to shift some of your focus, and
Hmm.
they're needing to shift they're rotating the people who are sitting closest to you. All of them are still hanging around, but those who are at your table are actually, there's actually five of them, I think. I have the Five of Pentacles,
Uh-huh.
and this is a card of, let's honor where we are. Let's take some steps to get the help we need.
Yes.
And that's really very important. And you actually have a leader who is helping this group
Yep.
work together. There's the Emperor. This Emperor is going, oh, look at
King.
that. Yep. Yes. And so this is the Emperor is the one who's going, all right, here's what we need. Here's who we need it, and here's how we're going to do it, because the Emperor is setting up the boundaries and the kingdom. Oh gosh.
This fox though isn't sneaky. This fox is smart. He finds ways around
Hmm.
obstacles and solutions, and that's why I wanted to hold that up, because I'm getting the
Love it.
exact mirroring. Go ahead.
It's like, I mean, and I think that's really so very important, is your head guide, your head Orisha, whatever you want to call him, knows and is setting things up for you to be able to do the work that you need to do. So,
Hmm. And I think
uh,
that it feels like a fatherly energy with this card.
mm-hmm,
A king is a father, husband, and protector. Still a guide, whatever. Somebody that's a protective energy around you, and it goes right on with what Gerald is saying. He is also the king of fertility and conception. So I really do feel like it is a family
mm-hmm.
patriarch
Yes.
dude.
I would even say it's somebody who's clearing obstacles, giving you direction.
Hmm. Because that's the fox. He's smart.
Yep.
This is a smart daddy, whoever he
Yes.
is. And I
Yes.
also get this. I love this card. It's called Serendipity, and it's so whimsical, but you wouldn't think it means what it means. At least I didn't. Maybe it's just me. But um, the serendipity, now this is for you to, it's fate, kismet, great fortune. The world feels like a playground that you can call home. So I think he's going to guide you through, as what Gerald was saying, coming home to some place, making sure you have a home, or
Mm-hmm.
this dude has got your back. That's
Yes.
all.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
And it's like Gerald said, it's like, oh, you don't think that you're going to be able to do that, but I know how to do things that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I slip in and out of that reality, and I get shit
Yes.
done.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Meditation
Mm.
and the answer of yes. So they want you to meditate and connect with them
Mm-hmm.
and say, just like talk, just like what we were telling Jake, they want to talk and feel free. And they are open to you, and especially through meditation. There's a little bird above her head with a hat, and it's about ready to drop this hat on her
Mm.
head, which is so cute. But there's definitely a very strong patriarchal energy that is smart as a whip that wants to help you. And he's begging you just to open up through meditation and allowing yourself to open to receive information.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad. She says, this makes me feel so much better.
Oh,
And you
good.
should feel better because he and I both, man, when we get the mirroring cards,
That was amazing.
trippy.
It's impactful when that happens.
And I also get the crossing card, and we're showing the Brooklyn Bridge. And where you were
Mm,
talking about, moving in different places and also moving energetically
mm-hmm.
within. Yes. And I think you're going to be moving out of a position of where there's been a lot of loss, and it's time to move toward fulfillment. Yes, soulfulness
Mm-hmm.
and thinker. You got good stuff happening, but just open and receive, because there's people in spirit that are going to make it freaking happen, and lucky you.
Yes. That's incredible. That's
All right,
incredible.
guys.
Wow.
It is really amazing. Thank you. It's an honor to read for all of you. It really is,
Yes, it
because
is.
this is how we develop our skills. And with your feedback, then we know when we're hot or cold, you know? And all we can do is use our intuition and our cards and our honest hearts. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and make sure to subscribe to us if you haven't. Yes, Tarot Stash, and you can check the description box. And by the way, don't forget to put thumbs up.
Thumbs
Thank
up.
you. Thank you for all of your time today, and happy Mother's Day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.